All right, so one extra pick.
7 minutes.
Even Steven.
7 minutes. Handshake. Shake my hand. I just want to shake your hand. Shake it, Hank.
Come on, Hank. We got to get going with the show. On today's part of my take, Week 15 of the NFL, we have some big things to talk about. Saturday and Sunday football. The Buffalo Bills absolutely kicked the shit out of the Cowboys, and they're looking good. We have the Lions back on track. The Bears Gateway game, Gateway closed. And we're going to talk about everything from this weekend of football. We got also who's back of the week, fastest 2 minutes. And it's all brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Your hair may grow fast, but after going to Sport Clips haircuts, you'll wish it grew even faster. That's because Sport Clips has the best seats in hair. And that may or may not be because they happen to be right in front of the TVs playing sports all day, every day. I actually go to Sport Clips with my son. It is awesome. They take care of us, and we get to watch some sports while we're getting our hair cut. You get the massage after. Everything is great at Sport Clips, which is why at Sport Clips, every day is clippers and curveballs, high tops and Hail Marys, and even waves and wickets. If you're into that kind of thing, at Sport Clips, you can check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with the pure, uninterrupted relaxation. So yeah, come watch an endless stream of sports on TV while getting an awesome haircut. Sport Clips, it's a game changer. Go right now to Sport Clips. They will take care of you. They are the best in haircuts for men, and you get to watch sports while you do it. So nothing better, especially on like a Monday after a big Sunday. You can go watch everyone talk about football while you get your hair cut. Nothing better. So Sport Clips, go check it out now. It's a game changer. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take. Today is Monday, December 18th, week 15. I'm not going to whoop. Whoop! What? I have no whoops. Give me a whoop, Max. Whoop! Raiders got potentially fired. We start in Detroit where Dan didn't hear no Cam Bell, and the Lions got off the mat in a big way. Sam LeBron Porta said not one, not two, but 3 touchdowns as Detroit went up and down the field on the Broncos defense. Sean Connery Payton said he doesn't think there's anything wrong with hitting your quarterback with a verbal tirade for the whole world to see as he screamed at Russell Wilson for not holding on to the rock, reminding everyone that there are no untouchables going into next year. Lions 42, Broncos 17. What?
We go out to the Queen City of Cincinnati where the Bengals host the Vikings, and in a tribute to our Spanish-speaking friends, we're going to spice this up with some men. Big Dick Nick Mullins has taken over the starting job, and he found a connection throwing some mighty ducks to Jordan Bombay Addison. The Bengals offense responded, giving their fans a heart attack, throwing a TD to supercharged Panera Iced Tea Higgins. Very cool Jake Browning and his roster of Mr. Positions bent the Vikings defense over, and the defense took the tush push into the A-gap. 7 minutes and Evan McPherson stepped up big, and the Bengals are making out like bandits, winning 27-24.
In Cleveland, where the Chicago Bears once again blow a 10-point fourth quarter lead, leaving fans wanting to blow something else out. Their brains out of the back of their heads. It was Alex Amari Cooper using the Gluck Gluck 9000 to suck the life out of the Bears yet again as Chicago tried to make a last-second Hail Mary, only to have Darnell, you never give me your Mooney, you only put the Bears back in the funny papers as he watched the ball drop out of his hands for a loss. Browns 20, Bears 17.
What? Up to the frozen tundra where Tucker Carlson Kraft and Aaron Alex Jones were trying to move the Packers in the right direction, telling the Bucs D, I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch, you piece of shit, you fucking goddamn fuckers. But that didn't deter the Bucs offense as co-queefed squeak one out, and Mike Bob Evans pulled out his big meaty sausage on the way to the end zone. Folks, have you heard this one before? They're saying it's no longer Lambeau Field, and now Mayfield, as Baker owned the Packers on Sunday. Bucs 34, the Green Bay Packers 20.
Okay, we head now down to South Florida, where we have our correspondent Memes on the sideline. Memes.
We head down to Miami, where the clock struck midnight on the Solarella story. Zach Wilson suffered a head injury from a chub. Nailing Models did his best Leo impression and fucked Zach Wilson before he turned 25. Country roads, take me home to the place we belong. Out of the playoffs, Dolphins 30, Jets 0.
Okay, we head out to Foxborough with our friend Henry Lockwood on field.
Hinboom.
In Foxborough, Bailey Mbappe was in his onion bag early, getting on the board early with a connection to Hunter Henry Winkler, who found a hole in the Chiefs' defense. Patrick Berg and Mahomes couldn't hit a cow's backside with a banjo early, throwing 2 interceptions, including one right off of Kadarius Tony Soprano's hands, who, if it were up to Chiefs fans, would end up swimming with the fishes after that performance. Kevin Kamala Harris said, "We did it, Joe," after rushing in for a touchdown, but it was not enough to steal the game from the Chiefs. Chiefs win.
That was
a lot to a little.
That was a good announcement.
27-17.
Announcement.
I liked it. Good job, Boom.
Thanks, Boom.
We go out to Los Angeles, where Pokemon Go and Pikachu Cup saw all those balls and said, "We're going to catch them all." Meanwhile, the Washington Commanders played like absolute ash. Cameron 3 Cheeseman and Bong Rivera helped their team get really high draft picks, and I haven't seen a blue-dressed opponent put a stain on a Washington Commanders legacy like this since Monica Lewinsky. At the end of the game, the Commies mount a furious comeback, and with damn near 5 minutes left and the ball at the 1-yard line, for the longest time, for the longest time, I intend to hold else for the longest time. Ron Rivera is an insane person who should not be allowed within 500 yards of a football field, losing to the Rams 28-20.
To Buffalo, where James Cookout served up all the yards at a very reasonable price as the Cowboys defense looked like a giant drive-through. Dak Wilson Prescott struggled to get the offense going all Sunday, and in an out-of-character experience was seen running from a cougar, Ed Oliver, all game. And Sean McDermott told his team they could learn a lot from Dr. Robert Oppenheimer and the creation of the atomic bomb and how to stick it to McCarthyism. And Teach?
No one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
You were supposed to say yeah, Boom. Teach?
Yeah, Boom.
No one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Boom.
Bills 31, Cowboys 10.
Standing on a corner, Jameis Winston down in NOLA, such a fine sight to see. It's pregame, my lord, and the Giants are worn. He packed his own bag, and you know it's Louis. Come on, DeVito, you're getting beat, though. Don't listen to the haters who call you Guido.
Saints go marching 24-6.
That was fastest 2 minutes. Great job, Max. It's all brought to you by our friends at Chevy. There's a new family with unstoppable grit, and they're the official partners of the Pardon My Take family, and that is the Chevy Silverado ZR2 family. The first ever Silverado heavy-duty ZR2 joins the franchise to make Chevy ZR2 the only truck brand with a full lineup of trucks ready for wherever your off-road adventures take you, with exclusive Multimatic DSSV dampers, rugged mud terrain tires, and up to 14 available camera views. The Chevy Silverado ZR2 and Silverado HD ZR2, a family with unstoppable and commanding grit. Head to Chevy.com and check out the Chevy Silverado and the family of Chevy ZR2s, the official trucks of Pardon My Take. Okay, week 15 in the books. I apologize to everyone. I'm losing my voice. It happens once a year. It's very frustrating. I don't drink. I don't party.
It's all the Coke.
It's the Coke. Whoa, we got the booth on.
Max
That's on
coming
me.
hot.
That's on me.
I like
That's on me.
that.
That's on
We
me.
got the laugh boys in the booth. I like
No, I don't do anything but fucking work and parent and not sleep. And then I wake up one day a year being like, where the fuck did my voice go?
Quick
So,
question. What does work entail? Does it entail talking a lot?
Yeah.
That might be it.
Yeah. And not sleeping is probably not great. So fighting, I'm going to fight. I apologize to everyone. If I wake up tomorrow and I still can't speak, I'll shut it down for a whole day.
We'll take a day off.
Shut it down for the whole day. Yeah, no, Hank. Clear my schedule.
Hank is eyeing
You
that.
hear that?
Hank is eyeing that seat.
Clear my
so
whole
hard.
goddamn schedule.
Look at the Chili's
so
3-point
hard right
shootout.
Well,
2 o'clock.
cleared. I'll just have to be a mime. I'll have to be like, I feel like Darko didn't talk a lot.
Hank is thinking about sitting in that seat, taking over. I think Hank is like kind of.
No, he doesn't.
He's
He's not.
Like,
No,
he's
no,
like
no,
filled
no.
the Billy role.
No. There's one person who's filled the Billy role. Sitting right there.
Max.
No. Jake would love to sit in this seat. He would love to sit in this
What
seat.
do you mean?
He's got
It's
his
your-
voice.
It's your guys' show.
No, I'm just fucking with you, Jake. Yeah, I apologize to everyone. We're going to get through it, though. Week 15.
Great week of football.
We're great week of football. We are watching the third quarter of Jags-Ravens right now as Trevor Lawrence finally gets them off or on the board with an awesome touchdown pass.
They had 2 missed field goals in the first half, one of which hit the upright. They had a fumble inside. Was it inside the 20?
You can't
red
even
zone?
say that was a fumble. He just dropped the ball.
He got scared. I think
Yeah.
he got spooked when he was about to get tackled. Honestly, that's what I would do if I was a quarterback.
Yeah.
I'd just be like,
He just was like,
dropped
now I have it, now I don't. It wasn't like someone hit it. He just dropped the ball.
It could have been technically considered an illegal forward pass, the way that he just
Yeah.
dropped it forward,
Yeah.
like a little shovel pass forward, and then they had the debacle at the end of the half where the Jaguars are just allergic to the end zone until they hit that deep strike. But I have no idea what Doug Peterson was thinking at the end of that half.
No.
It was all time. Well, second to Ron Rivera, worst clock management.
Well, that can also be Trevor Lawrence. Like, you got to know situationally to spike the ball.
or throw it to the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll update that game once it's over. But we had this week the return of Saturday football. So we're going to start with Saturday. We'll go in chronological order on Saturday, then we'll hop into Sunday. But Saturday football, Saturday NFL, it sneaks up on us every year. It's always a nice little treat. But there is that moment, like, I don't know what you were doing on Saturday, but like Bengals, Vikings, I had to kind of get everyone in my household understanding, like, hey, there's NFL about to be on.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Like, I know this is not normal, but like, Dad's going to go and watch some NFL right now.
I had to basically what you have to do is you have to give up your Friday night.
Yeah.
I went to a holiday market on Friday night that I was going to go to on the Saturday to buy Christmas gifts, which is not how I would ideally like to spend my Friday evening. So you get those chores out of the way on Friday, and then you can be a total piece of shit all day long on Saturday.
Right.
My only request to the NFL, and I remember last year, the game that was on that Saturday was the Jeff Saturday game, where it was the Colts against the Vikings.
The comeback.
Where they had the historic comeback, which was an awesome game. But I would prefer it if those games don't start until maybe a little bit later on the afternoon.
Yeah, noon is early.
Do like the weird time that you start the game that you kick off like on like Thanksgiving, where you kick off at like 2:30.
Yeah.
Kick off at like 3:30 or something like that for the first game. Give me some time to like be a human being on Saturday before I have to just be like physically part of my couch for the next 2 days.
Yes, and it was also, bowl games, college basketball games. I love this time of year. It's like, what do I want to do? I want to sit on my couch and watch everything.
I'll tell you what this game was, though. The Bengals-Vikings. This was Max, case in point for you. This is what the Eagles need to show the competition committee to be like, you should not ban the tush push because it's not an automatic first down for everyone.
Oh,
Turns out that when you have a player that weighs probably about as much as Hank lining up behind center, trying to push your quarterback forward, doesn't really work that
well, he also fumbled the snap.
Yeah.
That also didn't help. But
And
yeah,
the center-
Max
the
is
center
so
got
annoying.
blown up.
Max is so annoying that every time the tush push doesn't work, he just goes on a tirade where he's like, "Thought it was automatic." You guys do it the best. I don't think anyone disagrees. The Eagles do it the best. But yes, that was a tough look. This was also a game that we had the Vikings. It felt like they completely squandered an opportunity to like get even further into the playoff picture because they were up 17-3 with like 4 minutes left in the third quarter. They had completely confused Jake Browning for 2.5 quarters. And then the Bengals come roaring back. T. Higgins with one of the coolest catches ever when he caught it with his back to the end zone and was able to twist the ball around the defender. And it was just like time and time again, the Vikings. Like, I know Nick Mullins looked better than Josh Dobbs because everyone does, but those 2 interceptions, especially the one where he's falling to the ground.
That was so funny.
That was when wanting to make a play goes wrong. Like, there's points where it's like, hey, dude, it's okay to take a sack.
Well, he couldn't believe that it got picked off after he got swung to the ground, and he tries to just throw the ball away. And it ended up being, I think we'll have to get some sort of stat like Amazon Web Services or whatever Jeff Bezos' stat machine is. Tell me if that was the shortest thrown interception of all time. Because it might have been. I think it was like a 2-foot pass. Mullins was trying to throw it away, and then as Mullins is getting up, he's motioning to the referee. That wasn't a fumble. I passed it. I threw that. That's
like, no, we got it, guy.
It's like, no, it actually hit the guy in his face, then in his dick, then his knee. Then he caught it and was like, oh, holy shit, here's a football. I have a football now.
Yeah, just like, I'm gonna go down trying to make a play. Sometimes just don't make that play. But yeah, that was, I walked away from it being like, well, so the Bengals are very much live for the playoffs. Are they in the playoffs right now? I think they would be, yes. I think they're a 6th seed. And the Vikings, that they should have won that game. They weren't able to close it out. But now I'm back to being like Bengals team of destiny. Nick Foles, Jake Browning. Like, that first half, Jake Browning looked bad. You're like, oh, shit, this is why he's the backup. And then the second half, he kind of woke up and started figuring some stuff out. And the Bengals are – I can't believe that the Bengals are like – actually kind of a scary team.
They're feisty. Right now, they'd be the 6th seed. They would travel to Kansas City. The jabroni mayor of Cincinnati would get his chance at revenge.
They also
Travis Kelce.
They also had a bunch of injuries again. They get injuries every game.
They do, yeah. I actually
Jay Reader.
I came away like not so much impressed with Nick Mullins. I think I just forgotten about Nick Mullins because every time he plays, I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's got a little shit to him. He's got a little gunslinger in him.
Yeah,
and the throw that he had to Jordan Addison, which was the all-time no, yes throw, where he just like whipped it across his body, let Jordan make a play on it. Those are the plays that you get with Big Dick Nick.
Yeah, Nick Mullins is a great case of, if you just take out the 2 red zone interceptions, he had a great game.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can say that almost every time.
That one was kind of a fluke.
Yeah.
Kind of a fluke interception. But yeah, he will make a couple plays where that's why I think he's like he's the ultimate like backup gunslinger.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think a team will ever commit to Nick Mullins as being like the guy ever, but he's fun. At least you'll say this about Nick. When he plays, you want to watch the game because he's going to do some crazy shit that's awesome. He's going to do some crazy shit that's stupid.
Yeah, and I like Nick Mullins. I think he might be a listener to the show. We got to get Nick Mullins like either an ice bath for his face or like one of those like the things that you rub, the chicks rub.
Yeah.
He was looking a little puffy.
I rubbed one out the other day with one of those ice things on my face.
Wait, okay.
Yeah, no. I actually rubbed 2 out because it was both my eyes. Those are they work. They
You're
work.
doing a lot of cosmetic changes right now.
Well, no, I had one in my freezer, and I was like, you know what? I had a couple drinks on Friday night at the holiday festival. I'm going to rub my face out, and it felt awesome.
Yeah, I
highly recommend that.
I feel like Nick Mullins might have just continued with his holiday plans of like drinking on like a random Thursday night or whatever.
Yeah.
Not realizing he had to start an NFL game. But I do like watching him play. He raises the ceiling for what the Vikings offense was with Josh Dobbs, who was pathetic the last couple times.
Yeah, that was pretty bad the last couple weeks watching Josh Dobbs. You know what Nick Mullins has? It's not like resting bitch face. It's resting stung by bees face.
Yeah.
It always like
I think it's
red
just,
and swollen a little
feels
bit.
like he got hit by a shovel.
Yeah.
He looks like the Wet Bandits.
Yeah.
You know, like the iron came down and hit him when he was walking up the stairs of the facility.
Yeah, but yeah, to your point about the Bengals being like a team of destiny, they definitely believe. Like they think that they can win.
Yeah.
That's half the battle. Like
and
they're fighting hard every single game.
I think they have tiebreakers over like everyone too. I think they beat the oh no, they lost to the Texans. But they beat the Bills. This is tiebreaker season. They beat the Colts, who will be right around them. Yeah, the AFC. There's no rhyme like the AFC playoffs. I will not be shocked pretty much with any team that gets to the Super Bowl at this point.
Yeah, you could
like
see,
what team would shock you?
The Colts making it to the Super Bowl.
Colts, okay, but that will most likely be like if that's not the Colts, if the 7th seed is the Bills.
Yeah,
and it's Ravens, Dolphins, Chiefs, Jaguars, Browns, Bengals, Bills.
I feel like I'd be most shocked out of all those teams to see the Jaguars make it.
Yeah, but it's crazy how wide open the AFC playoffs have become.
It is, yeah. So the Bengals, what's the spread? Guess the spread next week. They're traveling to Pittsburgh. Bengals at the Steelers.
I'm going to say Steelers -1.
I think it might be Bengals -1.
Okay,
Steelers look real bad.
What do we got?
We've got Bengals -2.5.
Oh,
in
So
Pittsburgh.
your formula says take the Steelers.
Yeah, well, all right, so let's just segue to it because the Colts 30, Steelers 13. That was the second game. The Steelers were actually up 13-0 in this game, and Michael Pittman got hurt, and Zach Moss got hurt, and you would have been like, this was finding out Santa Claus isn't real because this was the death of the Mike Tomlin spot. Mike Tomlin had two back-to-back games as a home favorite by like almost a touchdown both times, loses outright, has to rally the troops. They're underdogs. They couldn't look worse. This was the moment that you're like, Mike Tomlin will find a way to have the Steelers win this game. And it started going as planned too, with the punt block, up 13-0. And then the Colts ripped off 30 straight points. The Steelers didn't even come close to scoring again. Mike Tomlin, this is actually the first time I've been like, it might be over. It might be over for Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh.
It was a bad showing in the second half. TJ Watt looked really good considering he was coming off a concussion. Or, excuse me, coming off definitely not having a concussion where he had to change his visor to be the dark tinted one.
He looked good in the first half.
He looked good in the first half, but then the Colts just ran the fuck out of
They emasculated.
They ran the fuck out of it. And you see the stats that they put up with like a 3-headed monster in the backfield. No Jonathan Taylor for the Colts.
Yep.
And you think maybe Jim Irsay shouldn't have gone and paid all that money to Jonathan Taylor because he felt guilty about flying a whale across the country and spending more money on that than on running back.
Well, because the whale died, he didn't have to spend all that money.
Yeah, but it was a bad – you think he had that money laying around because the whale died?
Yeah.
Like domino effect, the whale died.
Correct.
Jonathan Taylur now
He's like,
paid.
Some pipsqueak with like a pocket protector and glasses walked into Irsay's office one day. It was like, Mr. Irsay, the whale died. So by my calculations, we have $40 million that have just opened up.
Your sick whale budget just became completely free right now.
Yes.
So you can distribute that as you see fit. Yeah, Irsay was like, at the time, he was getting bad PR because of the Zach Taylor thing, or not the Jonathan Taylor thing. And he said to himself, you know what'll fix this? I've got just the right idea. I'll get some good PR going by flying the whale. And everybody will be like, thank you, Mr.
Irsay. And then instead the reaction was, how can you fly a whale? Like Hank has been talking about.
Yeah, it's impossible to fly a whale. But yeah, the moral of this story was the Colts can run the damn football.
Yes.
When they run the damn ball, then everything else opens up.
I don't even know if it's the Colts can run the damn football. It's just the Steelers defense is like, everything about the Steelers is bad.
Yeah.
And I'm actually happy. I think Steelers fans are happy that like them lucking their way into the playoffs would have sucked. Because I want to see, there are 7 teams, we just listed them, that I could see making a miracle run to the Super Bowl. The Steelers can't win a single game.
Oh, they're going to get Kenny back. When they get Kenny back, anything could happen.
It's bad watching it. And I'm going to say something that's really sad, Hank. I need you to listen to this. I think it might be over for Mitch.
Yeah, that was a bad show. It was a bad showing by Mitch. It was also a bad showing by Pickens.
It's really Pickens not run blocking?
Not run blocking at all. Not even protect. I feel like the Steelers lead the league in having position players with just real bad visuals this year in terms of giving up on plays.
That's what I'm saying. Like Tomlin, he would have his team would have bad moments, but he would always be able to get them back on track and win a game that they're underdogs and like everything looks terrible. I think that Tomlin might be done. He might need to go somewhere else.
You have to have a sliding scale of talent where you have like Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and they're just absolutely destroying the locker room behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But they're still really fucking good when they play.
Right, you can handle that.
With Pickens and Deontay this year, they've given up on film multiple times throughout the season, and they're not good enough to be able to just quit.
Didn't you say it too, that Big Ben said that like this is the end of the Steelers as we know it?
Steelers culture is done.
It does feel like that. This was the game they were supposed to win. And when they're up 13-0, you're like, they're going to win this game.
Yeah. I actually think next week is the game that they're supposed to win. Are the Steelers as a culture definitively dead yet? Because
them beating the Bengals would make sense.
A home game,
as an underdog.
Divisional underdog. Probably play Renegade a couple times. TJ be ready to go. Backup quarterback for the Bengals. I feel like that's where we can pinpoint and be like, this is the end of the Steelers era.
Yes. I also would like to say that I have officially decided I am only going to do one Coach of the Year vote, and it's going to be for Shane Steichen.
Okay.
I've decided that. I usually split my votes. The Colts, the fact the Colts are 8-6, Gardner Minshew, like playing good football, they're a fun team to watch. It's crazy. The whole thing is crazy. Teams aren't supposed to have be expected to be bad and then be this competent. It's not even like they're an incredible team. It's just their competence level is so high.
Yeah,
they're well coached all the time.
Details are perfect,
right?
For them. And
he's a first-year coach.
He's a first-year coach doing a great job. My Coach of the Year vote, I'm going to split mine. I think Shane Steichen is definitely deserving. I think I'm going to give one to D'Amico Ryans, in Houston, and then Sean McDermott. How funny would it be if Sean McDermott won Coach of the Year this year?
That would be great. His speech would be awesome.
I must see TV. Yeah, NFL Honors Night. Have Aaron Rodgers introduce himself. A lot to talk about. Yes. I think that the Colts will make the playoffs. The segment they did with Gardner Minshew, where they were talking about the van.
Yeah.
Was it Tirico that was doing that game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tirico was pretending to be grossed out about how Gardner Minshew lives in a van at a local gym, and he plays pickleball against old women. And basically, without saying in so many words, they were like, Gardner Minshew bangs all the cougars down in Florida. And he bangs so many cougars that he just brings them to his van so that they can't sleep over, and then gets the next one. It sounds like a great offseason for Gardner.
Yes. PFT, I think, now this is going to be something I shouldn't write a check for us that I don't know if we can cash, but let's just say it, okay? If the Colts, they could win the AFC South. If the Jaguars lose this game right now, I think they'd be tied because they have split, I believe, their games this year, right?
I believe so.
If the Colts have a home playoff game and it's played on that Saturday, most likely, I think we have to go.
Oh, that is a big check.
I think we have to go, though.
Was that January?
It's like 13th.
14th?
I think we have to go.
Also, is Rich Eisen on the call and Kurt Warner.
Oh yeah. Then we should go, so we don't have to hear that.
No,
it wasn't Tirico. It was Rich.
Oh, yeah,
it was Rich Eisen just chuckling to himself, thinking about Gardner banging moms.
Yeah.
I just couldn't help but think about how mad Kurt probably was that they was in a dome.
Yeah.
No, he was loving it.
Yeah.
He loves it. Yeah.
That's probably why Irsay closed the roof, because he was like, Kurt's going to be just going to rip me a new asshole.
I want to see that puffy vest. All right, we'll table it. Maybe we will go.
I'm a firm maybe on that one.
It's only a little drive.
Yeah. Do I get free playoff tickets if I'm a season ticket holder?
No, I don't think so. Fuck. You have to pay for them. Yeah. Well, that was why I wasn't going to. The only reason I was going to say because we have season tickets. That was the only reason.
Maybe we go down there, interview Mr. Irsay before the game.
You think he'd want to do an interview right before a playoff game?
I think he'd be fine with it. Yeah.
Do it during.
Yeah. Sit in his box, get in Mr. Irsay's box.
He would probably let us. Yeah.
I think he could.
We could be in his box.
I could see myself in Mr. Irsay's box.
Yeah. A couple guys in his box. We're fun guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Last game for Saturday. Lions 42, Broncos 17. The Lions are back. They kicked the shit out of the Broncos. I feel like this was a fraud passing of the torch. Like everyone's saying Lions, fraud, their defense not great. The Broncos are the real fraud. That was an ass-kicking up and down. The Lions started the game with 3 punts. They then went on 5 straight touchdown drives for 80 yards, 61 yards, 81 yards, 75 yards, 75 yards.
Yeah,
they killed them.
Sam Laporta was awesome.
Jahmyr Gibbs was everywhere.
Yeah, Laporta's got to be one of the top 5 tight ends in the league right now.
Yeah,
as a rookie, really good. They did take a couple shots deep to Jameson at the start of the game, which I've been saying for weeks. Like, just do that. He's so fucking fast. Just air it out, stretch the defense out a little bit. The offensive game plan was awesome for the Lions, and
also their defense played well, which is what you need to see. And they actually they played pretty well. Although I still think the Broncos just suck.
Well, what happened with that fake offsides call that they had?
Yeah,
like fake. Did they line up in the neutral zone?
So the helmet was in the neutral zone. Then they score a touchdown. Or I think they might have scored a touchdown on the play. Then they call it back. Then Sean Payton just starts ripping into Russell Wilson.
He assumed that it was Russell's fault.
He assumed it was Russell Wilson's fault. Meanwhile, as he's ripping into Russell Wilson, he's having them go out there for a field goal to make a 3-score game a 3-score game.
Yeah.
Take it from 28-7 to 28-10.
Yeah.
Like Sean Payton feels like, yeah, I get it. Russell Wilson, not the old Russell Wilson. I also feel like Sean Payton is just like throwing a shitload of blame onto Russell Wilson when he probably needs some blame too for it felt like the team was not ready for this game.
He accomplished the impossible in that moment, which is we felt bad for
Yes.
Russell Wilson.
Yes.
We took Russell Wilson's side and we sympathized with him. We're like, that sucks that your coach is doing that to you. I didn't think that was possible for me to feel that way about him. But he was not the one who was wrong. The Broncos, they're kind of clinging to it right now. I could still see them missing the playoffs.
Their schedule is so easy. So Jake, you need to set a reminder for us.
Yep.
They're playing the Patriots and the Chargers at home, and then at the Raiders. If the Broncos make it to the playoffs, I will bet everything I have against them. They're not good. They're lucky. They're not good.
Also, the baby bump worked. Russell Wilson scored.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's his kid?
His kid. He gave birth.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Why the buddy pregnant?
Why the buddy pregnant?
It was good though to see the Lions get their groove back. But I think the Broncos suck. I really do. I know that people are like, oh, that's bullshit. They've turned it around. They turned it around with smoke and mirrors. I know they beat the Chiefs. That was nice. That Bills get it's if the Broncos can't get 3 turnovers all in plus territory, they're just they're shit out of luck.
Now, do we officially take the Lions off fraud watching this game? Because I think they just beat a fraud. If you beat a fraud, does that make you not a fraud?
I don't know.
It's like Catch Me If You Can. If you're
Yeah,
a fraud
that's
and
tough.
you get hired
That's
to
tough.
find out who the fraud is, are you still a fraud? Are you still a fraud for life? They have an opportunity. The Lions have an opportunity week 17 when they go to Dallas.
Yeah.
If they can beat the Cowboys in Dallas, then that might be the fraud bowl.
Oh, if they beat the fraud bowl's next week. Dolphins Cowboys.
Yeah.
That is the fraud bowl.
I feel like
that's literally whoever loses that game will be a fraud.
The Cowboys are playing back-to-back fraud bowls.
Yeah. But the Bills were never a fraud team. They were just snake bitten.
They were just not good.
Yeah. But they were also, when they are good, they're not a fraud.
Yeah, when they're good, they can beat any team in the NFL.
Yeah, a fraud is like a front running. Cowboys, I think, are the leaders in the fraud watch right now. So I would say the Lions aren't off fraud watch, but they definitely take a nice step back because their defense played really well. And their offense, when it's humming, it cannot, if they get a home playoff game, which they're very close to getting. By the way, if the Seahawks lose, the Lions officially clinch the playoffs, which would be great. If the Lions get a home playoff game, I'm very bullish on the Lions winning that home playoff game. It's when the Lions have to go on the road. And this isn't anti-Lions because it's who would feel good about going on the road against San Francisco right now?
Yeah,
no one.
No one.
That has nothing to do with the Lions not being good. They are very good. It's just if they went on the road to San Francisco, I don't know if they can win that game.
What's crazy about the NFC is there's a chance, a pretty good chance, that 2 NFC South teams make the playoffs.
Oh, I know.
Because
the Saints are in the playoffs right now.
And the Vikings have to play the Lions twice.
Correct.
So that's going to be a tough schedule for
them.
them.
The Packers have shit all over themselves. The Saints Rams game next week actually is a huge playoff game.
Yeah.
Thursday night too.
Yeah, Thursday night. But yeah, no, there's the Saints. We could get the Saints and the Bucs.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know what that does to my calculation about NFC South coaches getting fired. I still feel like it's every team that doesn't win the division.
Yeah, I think if you make the playoffs, you're not going to get fired.
Yeah, if you're right around 500. I don't know, if you get in as a wild card, you still might the Saints might still fire.
I think if he finds a way to get in the playoffs, because they'd have to win 2 out of the last 3. You could say they finished strong.
They got hot, yeah.
Either way, that was an awesome game for the Lions. That was what the Lions needed because they had gone it felt like 4 weeks, a month, where they went 2-2 in the last 4, but they have not looked really good in those 4 games. And Dan Campbell said he's going to be more irritable. He's going to have to push him harder. And then we saw it. That was what the Lions looked like early on in the season when everything's clicking on offense and Jared looks great and Jahmyr Gibbs. They have so many weapons when everything's working that I love watching them play football. It's fun to watch the Lions play football.
It is. And they get C.J. Gardner-Johnson back.
Yep.
Next week maybe. He's practicing now.
Yeah.
That's going to be big. Yeah, you can sell yourself that the Lions, maybe their defense is getting good. You only really have to believe that the defense is getting good because then you might accidentally play good. So if you shut down the Vikings twice and you hold your own against Dallas and you get a good, important player like that back, you can go into the playoffs being like, yeah, our defense is fixed.
Jeff Saturday told us on Friday, just get guys lined up right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you're a Lions fan, you just got to walk around being like, once we get guys lined up right, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it takes. Not a lack of skill. Get guys lined up right. Okay, let's go to Sunday. We'll start with the Browns and Bears. Browns 20, Bears 17. I'll start with the Browns because I'd like to give the Browns a shitload of credit. The Browns have had so many injuries. They had, at one point, I think during this game, they were on their third right tackle, third center, backup left tackle, backup guard. They've had so many injuries to every place on the football field, and they're so resilient, and their defense shows up in big moments. And Joe Flacco, that pass he made to Amari Cooper to tie the game was a tight window with three dudes right around him. And the Browns deserve all the credit in the world for being like this tough, hard-nosed team that has had so many chances to quit on the season and have always answered the bell. And if you're a Browns fan, like, I know this season's been weird, disorienting, everything. Right now, you have to be just proud of your football team.
Yeah, Flacco can throw the dick out of the ball. That pass was so pretty.
It was sick.
Right in between the zone. Eberflus gave kind of a loser answer to it after the game. He said that ball should have been intercepted. He's like, if we play that, make that play again, we'd probably pick him off.
Well, he's a loser.
That was a designed interception, according to Matt Eberflus.
Yeah.
Usually they break quicker on the ball than that, so he has no regrets about the play call. Maybe, okay, at least just say, like, we should have tackled the guy after he caught it.
Yeah.
Like, you can say we had the right coverage. It was a better throw. At the very least, give credit to Flacco for making a great throw on that one.
Well,
Flacco loves Cooper, and he loves David Njoku.
Yeah, he does. And the Bears' defense was not the problem in this game. So here's a fun stat. Since 2015, teams with 3+ sacks, 3+ interceptions, and a pick six were 40-0. Now they're 40-1. Thank you, Bears. Also, here's a fun stat. No head coach has ever lost multiple games in a single year despite owning a 10-point lead and a +2 turnover margin until today. Matt Eberflus, come on down.
Setting records, baby. I would like to say and get ahead of this before the end of the season when the Justin Fields debate happens, because it's going to happen. It's already happening a little bit. We should adjust his stats at the end of the year because he had 2 interceptions today. Both on Hail Marys.
And the first one shouldn't even count it.
The first one was not an interception, and Fields was like lobbying with the ref at halftime like, hey, call that an incomplete pass. That wasn't a pick. He was trying to get it reviewed before they went into the locker room, which he should have because that wasn't an interception. And then the one at the end that was in Mooney's hands, Mooney was holding it like a baby. He was cradling. He was swaddling the football, and then he kicked it up into the Browns' hands.
Such an insane way to lose.
Those should not count as interceptions, and he had a drop touchdown.
Robert
Tonyan
just
dropped a wide-open touchdown. So in my personal book for Justin Fields at the end of the season, I will be adjusting his stats to include 1 more touchdown and 2 fewer interceptions.
No, and I don't want to do this again.
With the Justin Fields convo?
No, I just this was a gateway game. I talked about on Friday. This is a gateway to my happiness. I was legitimately excited for this game. I legitimately thought the Bears could win this game. Their defense played really well. I agree with you. Justin Fields was not like the glaring problem. Offensive line couldn't block today. Receivers dropping balls. Execution in the fourth quarter. Like time and time again, you start a drive. It's run, and then be like, hey, Justin, get us, 12 yards here on third down when everyone's expecting it. That's not winning football. That's not how you can conduct an offense. So I'm tired of everything. I actually have decided, PFT, I think what's best for my health, I'm just going to say whatever Ryan Poles does, I'm cool with.
You trust in Poles.
Yeah.
You're trusting the process.
Well, guess what? Montez Sweat's a fucking beast.
Yeah, he is awesome. He had
right?
2.5 sacks today.
And we have the number 1 pick.
I think Montez Sweat is now leading 2 teams in sacks this year.
Yeah. And we have the number 1 pick for a reason, Ryan Poles. So I'm just going to – I don't want to do whatever happens, I'm good with. I'll just do whatever Ryan Poles says we're doing. I'm just going to be like, you know what? That's what we're doing.
I'll say this about Justin Fields. He's not bad enough to be generating the type of insult stats and insult graphics that are going around about him. He's he's a decent quarterback. He plays the game a little bit differently, so his stats aren't always like glaringly obvious. Like, oh, look how many yards this guy threw.
Right, and
but he's decent. But I don't know if you think that Caleb Williams is like as good as advertised, you can't pass up drafting him. You can't. I'm just telling you, you're gonna regret that.
Oh, geez. We just watched Keaton Mitchell hurt his knee very badly.
Oh no,
that was a very Ravens thing. Moment of silence. That was bad. You missed it. His knee just like popped real bad. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Caleb Williams, the whole thing, the financials. And I get it. I have to debate it. I will debate it. After a loss like today, losing a game where I got my hopes up that the Bears were going to make a run to a yes, I know a lot of shit had to happen, but Falcons and Cardinals at home, I was like, Bears could maybe make Week 18 at Lambeau like a super meaningful game. I was excited at that proposition. Losing the way they lost today, I just don't really – I want to opt out of future quarterback discussions for 24 hours.
Yeah, but you're going to have a nice look at the playoff machine. You need that nerd Steve Kornacki to give you a full-on breakdown about what happens if you finish 8-9. And
no, I don't want to do it. No, today was no.
I'm trying to open up that gateway.
No. I'm staying firm. When I have a gateway game, if we lose it, it's over. It's over.
Could get back open.
No, it's over. I'm being honest. I'm being realistic. I don't want to play this game. This was the game they had to win. If they won this game, I would have my hopes all the way up. They did not. It makes me realize getting your hopes up for your sports teams is the dumbest thing you could possibly do as a human being. There's no reason for it. Nothing ever good happens out of it. There's just nothing on the other side.
But how nice would it be if it was you and Green Bay? Winner makes the playoffs. And
that's all I wanted. Well, the Packers stink too.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking right now at the the Bears have the 5th pick right now. 1st and 5th.
Yeah, I'm on Tankathon big time right now.
Yeah, I don't know. After a game like today, it's like if you look at the box score, you're like Justin Fields stinks. If you watch the game, you're like there's a lot of other problems that need to be fixed. So maybe that's the answer. Just fix all the other problems. But whatever. That was a brutal way for them to lose that game because you knew as soon as you just knew how it was going. It's gone this way for 2 years now where it's like the 3 and outs start coming in a flurry and you're like, uh-oh, this is about to be a really tight game, even though the Bears kind of dominated for the first 3 quarters.
Oh, they did, yeah. Flacco on the Flaccometer.
Their defense dominated. Their offense didn't do shit.
Flacco was a bum for the first 3 quarters.
Yes.
And then it's like elite. That's why it's so confusing because you have to almost Men in Black yourself and take the device out and make you forget all the boneheaded mistakes that he made.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he can make every throw, and sometimes – so the one play that the Bears defender made where it was at the goal line right after they got the muff punt. Flacco throws that pick. That was one of the best interceptions I've ever seen.
Yes.
That was incredible.
Incredible.
I don't even know if that was a bad throw by Flacco as much as it was just a great play.
Yeah, the Bears defense was legitimately flying around today and playing really good football. By the way, Keaton Mitchell did not look good walking off the field. That's just like a Ravens running back thing, huh?
Yeah. Oh, he gave a thumbs up.
Spinal tap. Yeah, no, you're talking about Stevenson's interception. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, the Bears defense makes me feel good, makes me feel warm inside. Everything else, I'm just going to trust Ryan Poles. And credit to the Browns for being I want the Browns to fucking go on a run now. Yeah. Flacco is so much fun to watch. The fact that he's out there doing this is insane.
And the fact that he makes so many people mad.
Yeah, and he made $75,000 today.
Yeah, shout out.
He's actually did our podcast joke in real life.
He gets in Bored Apes.
Yeah.
He
makes $75,000 an episode
per win.
Yeah.
And then in the playoffs, he gets $100,000, $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, something like that. Imagine if you got a check for $2 million for
just winning a football game.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They should have made it $1 billion.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand why owners don't do that. I don't know, maybe it's illegal. But if you're an owner, if you had as much money, how much money does Jimmy Haslam have?
Billions.
Let me see.
Billions.
Net worth.
You should give him discounts on Pilot Flying J gas for life.
$8.8 billion. If I had $8.8 billion and I owned an NFL franchise, and I would definitely put in for my quarterback, I'd be like, if you win a Super Bowl, I'll give you $200 million. It's so worth it.
$200 million, but you have to bet it against me in one hand of blackjack.
War.
And if I beat you, in war.
Yeah.
If I beat you, you don't get any of it. And if you beat me, it doubles.
I like that.
We should be NFL owners.
Yeah.
We'd be so much better than Tepper.
He would want to come play for us.
Yeah, for sure.
Why wouldn't you? $200 million if you
Probably
win.
get investigated and
$200 million maybe. That's what the contract says.
Yeah.
$200 million bonus if you win the Super Bowl, parentheses, maybe.
if you have the balls.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're man enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Bear season over. I want everyone to just respect me. I appreciate you trying to be like, hey, look at the playoff machine. Just respect my wishes.
I'm addicted to the
It's
playoff
over.
machine.
This was the gateway game. I've never won a gateway game. My happiness doesn't deserve it. It is what it is. Okay. The one thing I did have that was happy today was the Bucs 34, Packers 20. So I got roasted. This is actually I take a little blame for the Bears loss today because I got roasted. So we have 7 games on. I was very into the Bears game today. It was my gateway game. So I wasn't watching every second of the Packers game. I looked over, and it was at the end of the game when Jordan Love had a fumble. And I sent out a tweet being like, he sucks. And all the Packers fans were like, no, he was fucking great today. What I should have said was the Packers defense sucks because they got absolutely torched by Baker Mayfield. So I take it back. Jordan Love played well today. The Packers defense was a joke of a unit today. And the Packers went from no one wants to play them in the playoffs to are these guys going to actually get in the playoffs?
Yeah, so they've lost back-to-back games to Tommy DeVito and Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
Tommy dropped 24 on him. Baker dropped 34 on him. Baker looked great today.
4 touchdown passes, 381 yards.
If I'm the Bucs, I think I might just run it back with Baker next year. Why not? Why not? You're probably going to make the playoffs. Probably going to win the division.
Yeah, we talked about it on Friday. I agree with you.
Yeah, bring Baker back. Baker, I still go back to the way Cleveland just kind of like flushed him down the toilet.
Yeah.
He was the best quarterback that Cleveland's seen in a long time. Certainly like the best one that they've drafted in a long time.
He also played.
Yeah, and because,
like they can't keep a guy healthy now.
Because he wasn't perfect, and there were some throws where you're like, well, I wish that maybe he had taken some time to heal himself before coming back and trying to gut through it. Guess what? That's not Baker's call. Of course, the player's going to want to play all the time. Your coach has to be like, no, Baker, you can't play with a torn labrum.
Right.
Shut it down for a little bit. The Browns like really fucked up by getting rid of Baker Mayfield. And then he was on the Panthers and everyone was like, oh, Baker stinks. No, he just caught an acute case of pantheritis.
Yeah.
And he had to get that out of his system.
Matt Rule was his coach.
Matt Rule. He had full-blown Panthers.
Yeah.
Which is not a position, it's almost unrecoverable.
Yes.
And he got a bad deal in Cleveland, bad deal in Carolina, looked okay for the Rams in spot duty.
Yep.
Came in. I still think Baker Mayfield is a good NFL quarterback. He's like in that above average tier.
He was 22 for 28, 381 yards, 4 touchdowns. This is his best game since the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was incredible today. And the Packers defense stinks.
They stink.
Absolutely stinks. Back-to-back weeks. And Baker Mayfield's better than Tommy DeVito, who we'll get to. But think about it. Tommy DeVito drives to that field goal win on Monday night, and then Baker Mayfield, every time you looked up, the Bucs had a guy wide open running down the field.
Do we need to talk about LaFleur as being a coordinator killer? You know how when you have a quarterback that's a coach killer, they get slapped with that label? LaFleur might be a coordinator killer. So he's fired 3 coordinators in 5 years as the Green Bay Packers coach. And it looks like Joe Barry's probably going to get fired.
What coordinators did he fire?
Let's see. Did Hackett didn't get fired. He got promoted.
Left. Yeah.
he got hired as a head coach.
He got big time promoted.
Yeah, but no, he's fired 3 coordinators. This would be the 4th if Joe Barry gets fired.
Wait, so who else though did he fire? I'm just wondering what side of the ball.
I don't have the list in front of me right
now.
I'm just saying coordinators in general. Like LaFleur exists on a plane above his coordinators.
Yeah.
Where he has like a great sense of who his fall guy is going to be at all times.
I know that Packers fans have hated Joe Barry for a couple of years now. I'm trying to remember who their coordinator was before that.
There was Mike Pettin.
Oh, that was who it was. Okay. Mike Pettin was before Joe Barry, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So Yeah, the defensive coordinator for the Packers, I think, is always just the most hated guy in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Feels like.
Yeah, because he is the cure to all your answers. If you have an offensive-minded head coach and you have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, what are you going to do? You're not going to fire like Aaron Rodgers' best friend.
Right.
So it's like, okay, well, we need to fire somebody else who has the title of coordinator.
Yes. But, yeah, the Packers are – that happened so fast that they beat the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. And, I mean, hand up, I probably shouldn't have crowned them as a team definitely going to the playoffs. Bad analysis by me. I apologize. That was sloppy. But 2 weeks later, and it's like, this team stinks. Their defense can't stop anyone.
They need a kick in the ass. They need to put Matt LaFleur on sabbatical and have Rich Bisaccia step in. Just coach him for 1 week.
Just ass kicker?
I actually think that Rich Bisaccia could walk into Matt LaFleur's office and be like, hey, Matt, you're fired.
Yeah.
And Matt LaFleur would be like, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. They do play the Panthers next week, so I will have to root for the Packers next week.
That'll be nice, yeah.
Yeah, that should cure a lot of the problems.
I've decided, Big Cat, cover your ears. I've decided that I want the Packers to keep winning, and I want the Bears to keep winning, and then I want a Week 18 game between the Packers and the Bears. Winner gets into the playoffs. How awesome would that be?
It's already done. No, but they had to both win today. It's over. That was my point. That was the gateway.
I don't know if it's
today was the gateway.
I told you to close your ears. You weren't supposed to hear that.
That's true. No, but today was it. You can't. The Bears can't. They're fucking 5-8, dude.
But why
5-9.
aren't they eliminated? What's their path?
Everyone else losing 1 million games.
Yeah,
it's not possible.
They didn't get the giant graphic yet.
No, it's not possible.
They're still in the hunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they can't. It's stupid.
But they can.
But they can't.
Jay, can you come up with a formula that has the Packers and the Bears meeting in the last
Today
week of
was the
season,
day.
Yeah,
and the
I'll
winner
consider
gets in?
If both teams won today, it
that
would
would
have
be-
been like collision course.
That would have been the ultimate. It still could happen.
It's not going to happen. You should have rooted harder today for the Bears.
I took my eye off the ball.
Yeah, you took your eye off the ball. You wanted something that was.
I had a lot of emotional ties with Joe Flacco.
I've been spending the whole week thinking about this. Today was the day it had to happen.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
I got Jake on it.
Packers defense sucks. But Jordan Love did look good. I mean, I went back and watched some clips because I wanted to correct myself. That's how much I take my job.
Want to get it right.
Yeah.
If
he
we
was
stand for
making
that
some
apart.
really nice throws.
We try not to be wrong.
Yeah.
My take.
I was in the moment wrong because I watched a fumble that was very funny to me. And it was also a fourth down fumble, so it didn't really matter to defend him a little, even though I don't want to. But yeah, Jordan Love was not the problem. Their defense gave up 381 yards to Baker Mayfield, and then I think even they were getting gashed in the run game too. It was just bad all around. Let's see. What was it? Yeah, they gave up 100 yards rushing and 381 yards passing. Jake's doing it right now.
Yeah.
All right, what?
I'm looking at tweets. I see one formula that's like 15 things.
Yeah, it's the dumbest. It's over, PFT. You had a chance to root for it, and it's dead.
It's higher than 0.0%.
Like, what do you think I've been getting so nervous about and saying gateway game and talking about how big this game was? It was because of Week 18.
It's because you had playoff implications.
It was because if they ran the table and the Packers ran the table, Week 18 would have been for everything.
I guess I'm just looking at the NFC South. I'm looking at the playoff records of like the Vikings at 7-7. A couple other teams that are at or beneath 500 that are technically still in it that could lose some more games.
Max is doing it on the playoff calculator right now.
Yeah, I'd love the playoff machine. The playoff machine on ESPN is like my very favorite thing in the entire world to use.
PFT, do a couple ads and Max will work on it.
Okay.
He's got it? Okay, we'll get it after the ads.
That's a hell of a tease. Before we get back to part of my take, it's being brought to you by Game Time. I love Game Time. Game Time is the best app to use if you're trying to get into a game, trying to get into a concert. You name it, you can get it on Game Time. What was the get-in price of the Panthers game? 75 cents?
45 cents.
45 cents this week. Plenty of good seats still available at that game. With Game Time, it is the best because it's the easiest to find the best prices on. You can find tickets to sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. They have flash deals, zone deals. You can buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. It's the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. You can see the view from your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. The all-in prices show your total upfront. You know that you're getting a great deal without hidden fees. You can buy tickets in seconds with just 2 taps. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code PMT, get $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. PMT is also brought to you by The League. We know you have fantasy playoffs on your mind right now, but there's another league that you need to join. It's a dating app called The League, designed for busy, career-oriented people to find their other half. Many athletes, especially those making a career out of it, have the ambition and work ethic The League looks for in their users. You don't have to be from an Ivy League school, rich, or a CEO to join. So whether your passion is business, music, or sports, if you value your time, refuse to settle, and you want to find that in a partner, then The League is for you. The best part, The League has a 60-40 girl-to-guy ratio, so the straight guys are looking at much better odds here compared to the mainstream apps where you're lucky if there's even 30% women. I'm going to say that again, 60-40 girl-to-guy ratio. Great ratio. The League believes a supportive partner is the best career accelerator there is, so when you're ready to find your special someone, pick a partner who will get you to the end zone. Download The League for free and meet your equal today.
All right, Max, read it to us, or Jake.
It's going to feel like Francesa reading just numbers and names.
It also,
I texted it to you guys.
This also does the opposite of what we're talking about. That's why the Packers and the Bears needed to win today. Because I'm reading this right now. It has like Panthers over Packers. It's basically getting the Packers eliminated before.
No, I plugged it in the ESPN playoff, and then week 18, I had the Packers beating the Bears and the Bears beating the Packers, and they flip-flopped the 7 seed.
Okay, so then tell us.
All right. Eagles over Seahawks.
You got to listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Wanted this.
I'm reading it right now, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eagles over Seahawks tonight. Week 16, Saints over Rams, Falcons over Colts, Titans over Seahawks, Lions over Vikings, Panthers over Packers, Jags over Bucs, Bears over Cardinals, Eagles over Giants.
Okay, there's a couple red flags in that one.
Yeah.
Week 17, Bears over Falcons, Giants over Rams, Bucs over Saints, Packers over Vikings. Week 18, Lions over Vikings, and then Bears-Packers becomes win and an in.
There's like 4 games on there that I'm circling like that will never happen.
Yeah. Eagles over Giants. Or no. I guess that could happen.
Yeah, I guess so. Eagles over. Do you think?
I don't know.
Who do you think Max is going to be rooting for in that game? Tommy DeVito or the Eagles?
He was pretty upset. Saints for desecrating our boy.
Titans, Seahawks. Titans over Seahawks is maybe if Drew Lock's playing, I could talk myself into that. Yeah, there's a couple iffy ones here.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna
I
happen.
would say Giants over Rams is going to be tough too.
Yeah, Panthers over Packers, pretty tough.
Yeah,
Bears over Packers, probably pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
Either way.
Maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, I told you the gateway's closed.
It might be for the best though.
I feel like I had all these hopes and dreams, and like they came smashing down upon me, and then you showed up like 2 minutes after, and you're like, "Hey, what if this happened?"
It could.
And I was like, "No, dude, that was what we were just hoping and dreaming about."
It could. Now, what would actually be the worst thing? And this is why I'm saying maybe for the best that it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. It's over.
And it's for the best.
It's over. I'm not going to do a memes thing.
I could see a world where going into that potential Week 18 matchup where the Bears win, they lose that draft pick, the high draft pick, and then whoever picks in that position takes like an all-pro Hall of Fame player, and you're like, oh yeah, looking back on that meaningless game against the Packers that I wanted so desperately.
No, but it would have gone to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You never say going to the playoffs is meaningless.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Going to the playoffs is never meaningless.
Maybe if you're a Saints fan, it might be.
I don't know.
Actually,
yeah, maybe.
If you go to the playoffs, you're 4 wins away from winning the Super Bowl.
That's true. And I feel like the Saints have reason to believe now. Like, they've got reason to think maybe we can win a playoff game. This was a big, like, shot in the arm for that.
I guess if the Steelers went to the playoffs, that would be meaningless, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams that would be meaningless.
But if the Bears had run the table, it would not be meaningless.
Yeah, for like a Bears program who never goes to the playoffs.
Program, I like that.
Especially with the number 1 pick.
It'd be good for recruiting in the NIL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the Bears could go to the playoffs, their portal.
Oh, you know that Harbaugh would take over and be like, we got a strong program here.
Yeah. All right. Next game. Not a strong program. Chiefs 27, Patriots 17. Hank, sit on up. Billy Zappi actually didn't look that bad for a little bit.
Yeah, they were throwing it all over the field in the first half.
Yeah.
He likes
everyone.
He hops.
He does. He dances back.
He likes to hop up.
The offensive line was bad. They were giving him no time, but he was getting out of a lot of situations.
There's that one sack where like the entire Chiefs team was like on him. I think it might have actually ended up in an interception on him like instantly. He had no time.
The interception in their own territory was bad.
How do you feel about the defense? Are you still high on the defense?
Yeah, I mean, the defense is like one of the best defenses in the league since week 10.
Mm-hmm. And the report was kind of walked back a little bit. The Belichick report I'm talking about, where they said they've already made the decision to move on from him. They walked that back a little bit, and they're like, no decision's been made.
Right, just a report.
Yeah.
Did you see the new hotness?
What's that?
The new report?
By who?
I should tell you, PFT, first.
Yeah, I mean, like I told you last week on Thursday, that was a fake news report.
This is very funny, Hank, because a lot of times, like, the world's out to get us is bullshit. This one made me chuckle because they spent all week saying Belichick was going to get fired, and then the report I saw today was that Jared Mayo is rubbing people the wrong way because he's supposed to be the successor. So they just basically were like, oh, that Belichick report was fake. This guy's actually the problem.
I like that.
What do we
I like
think?
that. We got two camps going at it.
Yeah.
I feel like that might have been Belichick getting his word out there. Like, if you're going to replace me, you better have a guy lined up. I don't think that this is the right guy.
Yeah, that was like a make good by Curran. Like, my bad. But the thing is, it probably will happen. Like, it probably will happen. They're just mad that it is all happening publicly.
Yeah, they thought that they would be able to handle it differently than every other team has ever done it because they're the Patriots and they do things the Patriot way there.
Report, Patriots coach Jared Mayo has been rubbing people the wrong way this season via Greg Bedard. Multiple team sources indicated Mayo has rubbed at least some people the wrong way. Hopefully not Kraft.
Is that a shot at Orchid Stay Spot?
Yeah. Multiple people the wrong way in the building since his extension and when he perhaps received a strong indication he'd be the successor. And the picture that was used was Mayo and Steve Belichick.
Oh. So, yeah, he's probably treating Steve like he hasn't earned anything.
Interesting.
Couldn't be farther from the truth.
What are you thinking, Max?
This is beside the point, but we just saw the injury video.
Oh, I saw it in real life.
Oh.
It was crazy, dude. Keaton Mitchell. It was Willis McGahee.
Okay, I'm going to look it up.
Bad.
I'm going to watch
Yeah.
it.
I sent it to the group.
I'm going to watch it live. I did not see it when it happened. Graphic knee isn't supposed to bend this way.
No, it's Willis McGahee.
Let's see. He's stepping. Oh! What the fuck?
It's an obtuse angle.
Oh. No? I think it's an acute angle.
No, acute is less than 90
No
degrees.
question, Jacob.
Yeah, exactly. So it bends, so the joint is like that. It's smaller.
No, that his knee was like this.
Right. It's like
That's
a,
above. That's more than 90.
I guess it depends on which side of the knee we're referring to when we're judging the angle. If we're talking about the front or the
either
back
way,
side.
it's an
The,
angle
the
that's
front
not,
is acute. The back is obtuse.
okay, so
I am personally being obtuse right now.
wow. Get well soon.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Ravens running backs.
I also just enjoy. I hope they keep Kadarius Toney around for the playoff run because watching him blow a playoff game would be just.
It's at this point, it is 100% like if they keep him around, they have no one to blame but themselves. He is actually like I'm getting to the point where I think that someone's trying to take Mahomes down and they're like, we'll use Kadarius Toney to do it.
Either that or Mahomes got so bored dominating the NFL that he's playing on expert mode with Kadarius Toney, who will probably cost you at least 7 points trying to catch a football.
That was the funniest interception ever. He was playing like keep it up.
Yeah.
Like let me make sure. He basically couldn't catch the ball and was like, wait, hold on. Let me make sure I pop it up one last time so someone can catch the ball.
It also doesn't help matters that he just looks insane.
Yeah.
Whenever they show him, he's just like got this big smile on. His eyes are crazy. He is the one. He's a rare example, but I feel like in 3 or 4 games this year, if you put an average person on the field in Kadarius Toney's position, it might actually be better off for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Because you would never get the ball thrown to you because you'd never be able to get open. But at least you wouldn't actively cost your team points. Like
hand the ball
give
for an
the
interception.
other team points.
Yeah. Mahomes, like, he actually showed a lot of frustration for the first time, which he should have been
since the
doing
end of the game
last week. Well, that was to the refs. I'm saying for the first time in his own teammates. But yeah, if Kadarius Toney ends up playing on a playoff roster, he's going to fuck it up. And then they're going to be like, we don't know what happened.
Yeah,
We know it happened, dude.
how could we see this?
He-
How could we see it coming?
He's shown it a million times, but I think Kelsey dropped one today too.
He did, yeah.
Little boy ass play.
Yeah, tired fingers. They
Also-
they showed Taylor Swift up in the box, and she used the F word.
Yep.
Loudly.
Yep.
And you have to wonder, like, is that the kind of girl that we want as the face of the NFL?
Nope.
I don't think so.
I saw a good caption online. It said Taylor Swift when she found out the lighthouse wasn't real.
That's good. That's
That
funny.
is good.
You hate that lighthouse, Hank. You have no respect for the
I love
lighthouse.
the lighthouse.
We built it because we had an old lighthouse, and then we had a scoreboard and had to build a bigger scoreboard, and then you had to build a bigger lighthouse to look over the new bigger scoreboard.
And it's one of the biggest lighthouses in the country.
It's not that good. I saw in person. Yeah, as a father of a Swiftie, I think I'm gonna have to ban it now.
I mean, it's disgusting.
My son did actually say fuckhead the other day, and I had him tell me it again because I wanted to laugh, and then I was like, don't ever fucking say that. And then he got very confused. Yeah, no, I slipped up. I was like, don't fucking say that. And then he's like, wait, what? It was a whole thing. I'm not great at that
Fudge.
stuff. Yeah, frick. But a 4.5-year-old saying fuckhead, that's funny.
Yeah.
It's hard not to laugh. I laugh at the worst moments as dad. The worst. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Remember him?
He exists. That was a great catch that he had today. And the Chiefs were back on their fuck shit that they do inside the red zone. They're doing the thing, trying to keep loose. Let's put in some weird plays that you've never seen before. Something that Andy Reid, he likes to tinker with during the week.
Yep.
He did some tinkering this time where he had Mahomes lined up as a running back, right? Is that how it was set up? He had like a 2 running back backfield.
Yeah.
Mahomes was offset to the side, and then they ran it inside, and it was an awesome play. And it's like, okay, the Chiefs are having fun. I think they had like such an emotionally they were a little bit extra with their loss last week.
Yeah, it was a get right.
And then Andy Reid's like, okay, we're gonna do some fun stuff in the red zone, like the ring around the rosy bullshit that we do sometimes. Keep the boys loose out there.
He's like Gordon Bombay.
Yeah,
Throwing the beach ball out on the ice, being like, remember to have fun, guys.
let's have fun. We're playing a kid's game, and as a fan of the Patriots and the historical franchise that they are, it's sad to see that we've fallen so hard.
Yeah.
That now we're the team that other teams practice their most fucked up, complicated plays against.
You're the get right.
We're the get right team, but that's such is life. That's how it goes. You got to take the downs with the ups.
I completely forgot about this, but it just reminded me. Remember when Jake said Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
Yeah, that was. I was gonna say something just then, but it's Elaire.
Yep.
No, oh, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
No, we all know.
We've never
We've
mispronounced
never
that.
thought it was a Helaire.
That was one of my first ever mistakes on this show, and I think about it every day.
Damn.
Do you keep a list of your mistakes?
I have them in my head.
What's your biggest mistake on the show?
My biggest mistake on this show. It was.
Mount Rushmore pick?
It was
I just
bleeped
had-
out.
Mount
It was bleeped
Rushmore
out.
pick?
I
Yeah.
just want credit. I had a joke that I did not say there.
Okay. Tell me.
But
tell
if
you
you were
later.
gonna say it, what were
I'll
you
tell
gonna
you.
say?
I'll tell you off air. I'll tell you offline.
You could just text me. I'll read.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other ones as I sip on my body armor sport water. Yeah.
The other thing I had noted, Pietti's going to text me this. Rashee Rice is good.
That's a bad joke.
I
No,
know
that
that's
was
why
a
I
good
didn't-
joke.
That's why I didn't say it.
That was a good joke. What are you guys betting on back there? That was a perfectly coordinated.
We're still sweating
Touchdown.
out this over.
It's not hitting.
There's still a shot.
No, there isn't.
You guys are Delulu.
You're as Delulu as it gets. Jake, I don't think you've made any mistakes that have ever been actually like of consequence, minus the Helaire thing. That was so bad.
That's fine.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else. You made no others. Look at the fucking Tweedledee and Tweedledum screaming at each other in the booth.
You know what it is? Because Jake's mistakes are like they pale in comparison. Even his worst ones pale in comparison to like our like smallest mistakes. that we
Yeah,
make.
Well, yeah, I lose sleep over the small ones.
yeah. And meanwhile, Max literally slept through his biggest one. Not pushing the button. He had a fucking nice night of sleep.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say when he went out and blacked out.
Oh,
passed
that
out
too,
the night
yeah.
before the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Also,
That was one of the more fun nights I've had on Part of My Take out that night with you guys.
Yeah, it was a great time.
It was so much fun.
Watch it. I was surprised that night before the Super Bowl because I thought that Jake might just leave the podcast after hanging out with Max
No.
and being like, "This
one
is
thing about Max.
Well, he was making a fool of himself.
yeah. Is this what you guys are normally like?"
This was almost a year ago.
So?
So we got to stop talking about it.
No.
Come on.
Vegas.
We should
the
have
encore.
we should have a year.
The encore.
Tell the story about it.
What story?
Oh yeah,
For your stand-up.
full night of Max
retell the whole
Super Bowl.
story.
Oh
Yeah.
That's an easy
Actually-
10
Tell the
minutes.
full story.
Yeah,
We might make an exception, and Hank or PFT and I could maybe act it out.
Reenactment.
Yeah. Last thing, Hank. They finally did the insult graphic to Bill Belichick on the broadcast.
Which one? The wins one? The wins one.
yeah, with Brady, without Brady.
Yeah.
I feel like that's always been an online thing, and then when they put it on the graphic, it's like official. That had to hurt, right?
It doesn't, because it's like it was 20 years.
Of Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Brady.
Yeah, so big sample size.
Yeah, it was Bill Belichick with Brady 266 and 75, without Brady 43 and 52.
But it's like one of those things where it's just, I view it as people that say that are just haters, because it's like, yeah, this was the greatest run of all time in sports.
Mm-hmm. It was great.
And people are trying to knock him down by saying you're not as good as that right now.
Right. But I was just shocked to actually see it on. I feel like they've never done that on the graphic.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
One
on
thing-
the actual broadcast.
One thing that you should prepare yourself for, Hank, is if Belichick does decide to resume his career elsewhere, not New England. Right now, he's at 301 career wins. George Halas, second place all time with 318. Don Shula, first place all time with 328 wins. So he's 27 wins away from passing Don Shula to become the winningest head coach of all time. When that happens and he's not wearing a Patriots logo and he's not on the Patriots sideline, that's going to be a real mindfuck for you.
Yeah, that'll hurt. But he's a student of the game. He's a football legend. He coached elsewhere before. If he coaches somewhere after, so be it.
Okay.
You can't, PFD. You know how it is. You're not going to get people to get us to hate on our heroes.
That's true. That's very true.
Very true. Okay, next up, Dolphins 30, Jets 0. The New York Jets have been eliminated from the playoffs. Memes?
It's a sad, sad day.
At what point?
Rodgers is back though.
Yeah,
I was
so-
going to say, at what
that's-
point this week is he going to be like, I would have been back,
Would have ran the table.
but
I
we're
know,
eliminated.
I know I've been talking for the last 2 months about how I'm circling this Commanders game as the day that I come back from an unprecedented Achilles injury, and now there's really nothing that he can do that would benefit the New York Jets by coming back and playing.
Yeah, I thought that game was going to be at FedEx Field,
Uh-huh.
and that would have been an all-time script, but it was.
Oh,
it was
to get
FedEx.
re-injured?
Oh, my
Yeah.
God, yeah. He would have died.
Yeah.
That field would have killed him or fallen on him or something. But during practice this week, Aaron Rodgers probably did the one thing that he can't do in terms of Zach Wilson's fragile little confidence. He played defensive back on the scout team, and he intercepted
What?
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, he made a one-handed interception.
No.
Was it off Zach Wilson or was it a different quarterback?
I'm not sure. I saw Rich and Meany's tweet.
Yeah, he was picking
Oh,
off
no.
their quarterbacks as a defensive player during the week. You can't do that, Aaron. You got to drop those.
Damn.
Yeah, very, very tough times for Jets fans.
Yeah.
This was an ass-kicking. Zach Wilson left the game twice.
Yes.
The first time he left the game, there was some speculation about whether or not he had a concussion. He left the game, and they told Jeff Darlington that it was because of a head issue that he's working with, and not a concussion. Turns out he was just dehydrated.
Yep.
He left, which I guess your mouth, that's where you drink from.
Yep.
I guess that could be classified as a head injury. And then he did, I think, go into the concussion protocol later on in the game after a different hit. But I felt kind of bad for Zach Wilson during this game because they were just not blocking anybody.
No.
And it seemed like their script, like the design of the plays, was for him to just get the snap and then run diagonally backwards and throw the ball either at his closest receiver's feet or throw it out of bounds. That seemed to be what they're trying to accomplish on offense.
Right.
It was tough to watch.
Yeah, it was very tough to watch. The Dolphins, that was a good bounce back for them. They needed to kick the shit out of someone, right?
Yep.
And now they have Jake. You are on. It's the fraud bowl. The Dolphins and the Cowboys is the fraud bowl. The loser of this game, no one will take serious.
Yeah, but it's so NFL for the Dolphins to lose this game. People will count them out and they'll beat the Ravens on the road. Everyone will be back on them.
I know. I won't be back on them. I truly think that whoever loses Cowboys, Dolphins, I'm out on.
Officially. They showed another tough stat on the screen that said Raheem Mostert's touchdowns this year. He has 7 more touchdowns this season than the entire New York Jets offense.
He's leading the league in touchdowns, which is crazy because if you asked anyone that question, they would have been like Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
He's got 17 rushing touchdowns.
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
And
Also,
they did this without Tyreek, too.
Yeah.
And Tyreek, I think he was healthy going into the game. He was like running routes on the field, looking good, explosive. And they're like, you know what? We don't really need the best receiver in the NFL to win this game 30-0.
Yes. What were you going to say, Jake?
Revenge of the Two of Fingers Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Destroyed.
Two fingers is funny. I'll stand by that forever.
All right.
Sure, we'll hear about it next year.
What?
The 2 fingers.
Yeah.
He's
every
never
game.
letting that go.
Never.
Yeah.
Dolphins haven't lost to them
I still
since.
think that's very funny fan behavior. I know it's a sensitive subject. But just the idea of someone doing that to you in like the 300 level of MetLife will always crack me up.
Against Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
It's like the idea of somebody thinking that was like a good thing to do.
Yeah.
It's so NFL.
Right. And also the fact that they found the one guy they could do it to that was like legitimately offended.
Yeah, he's taking
Yeah.
it back.
Like
even.
Jake was legitimately offended by it.
Jake took serious umbrage to
Yeah.
the 2
Keep in
fingers.
mind, at the time, it was a week after it happened, and we didn't know if Tua would ever play football again. People said, like, if he had one more hit, his career could be in trouble.
Yeah, but remember he said that McGruber was funny, so he was fine.
He laughed the entire movie.
Yeah, he laughed the entire movie.
Tua is the man. This is a big game for the Tua is nothing without Tyreek crowd.
Tyreek Merchant, yeah, he's
Yeah.
he had a good game.
Yeah.
I've been watching the Hard Knocks about the Dolphins, the in-season Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like you can't dislike Mike McDaniel. He's a fun guy, and you want to root for him. They also did like a big profile on Alec Ingold, which was awesome.
That is,
But it's just more football. You get bonus football during the week.
yeah. I stand by the fact that Stephen Ross doing the waddle has ruined the waddle for me.
Yeah.
They're now showing him every time. But yeah, the Dolphins needed like kind of like the Chiefs, where it's like just get right, just kick the shit out of a team that has no business being on the field with you. Now you feel good. Now let's go play the home stretch.
I do think that an owner doing the waddle, it's better than the owner like trying to rip off a gritty.
True.
Or a dab.
True.
When the owners would dab, that was always a tough look.
True.
At least with Stephen Ross, when he does the waddle, you're like, is that just how he walks? Because
Right.
He's old and frail.
Right.
And you have that moment where you're like, oh no, he's doing a dance.
Yeah, when Stephen Ross does the waddle, you don't know if he's doing the waddle or if someone had like knocked into him like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And he just still is just going back and forth.
He's got a hip injury.
Yeah.
that he's dealing with.
Yeah, he just keeps going back and forth. By the way, the Ravens are going to win. Lamar, that was an awesome run.
He's fun.
Yeah. Anything else on the? Oh, I want to say Dolphins. I know the Jets' offense sucks, but the whole reason that I've believed in the Dolphins in the last couple of weeks is because of Vic Fangio. Today, their defense was awesome. Shutout. Hard to shut out a team in the NFL.
It is.
It is. So you get credit for it for me, no matter what. So yeah, that's why I believe in the Dolphins is Vic Fangio. That's the name. That's the guy who I believe in. Okay. Texans, Titans.
Congratulations to the Houston Texans for winning the uniforms back in our own eyes.
Texans 19, Titans 16. Yeah, this game sucked. But yeah, congrats to the Texans stay alive in the playoffs. This is actually a huge win for the Texans because without CJ Stroud, without Nico Collins, obviously Tank Dell, we put him out for the year a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Case Keenum had one of those pick sixes. It was like, fuck, that's why he's Case Keenum. But yeah, this was a huge win for the Texans to stay alive, knowing that they could get healthy. And their defense was awesome. They completely, I think, how many yards did Derrick Henry have?
Derrick Henry, I actually have that stat because he set a record today.
Okay, because I was going to say, anecdotally, I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
I felt like every time I looked at that game, Derrick Henry was getting 0 yards.
So Derrick Henry had 16 carries for 9 yards.
Okay, so I was
which
right.
is his worst game that he's ever played in the NFL. He also became the first player in league history to get 20 or more touches and register less than 15 yards from scrimmage. So this
0.6 yards per carry.
And they got eliminated from the playoffs today.
Yep.
And
Will Levis got hurt.
And Derrick Henry spoke to the media after the game and was like, this sucks because I might not ever put on this uniform after the season because he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year.
I think meant because the Texans won it in this game.
Because the Texans won it, yeah.
Yeah,
So he'll never wear the Houston Oilers jersey again. But yeah, he was like upset after this game. Something that you don't really see that much from Derrick Henry. Of him being like, yeah, I might not. Realistically, I'm probably not going to be here next year.
We talked about the cliff, and what was it? Was it 10,000 carries or something? something like that.
Yeah. Shout out to Case Keenum, though. Case Keenum has never lost a game as a Houston Texans starter.
Whoa.
He's 3-0 all time.
That's huge.
It's huge.
I would have thought he'd started way more games.
Mr. Perfect. Yeah, it's because he feels like the platonic ideal of a Houston Texans backup quarterback.
Yeah.
When they went through that, like the TJ Yates era, Matt Schaub, Ryan Fitzpatrick, you name it, they all played. There were just like 9 different iterations of Case Keenum.
Yeah, if you
but
put them all together.
Yeah, he had just started 2 games for him until today.
Yeah, and the like Devin Singletary, he was cast off by the Bills, and he basically like saved the Texans season was saved today.
Yeah,
it was because I know that they still might not make the playoffs, so we don't know when CJ Stroud's coming back. Hopefully next week, but they actually have a chance now to play out the string and still get in the playoffs, which no one thought was going to happen, especially with Case Keenum playing.
They could do it. So they have the Browns next week, and then they've got the Titans again the week after.
I really wanted this game to be a tie.
And then at the Colts.
It was so close to being a tie.
Yeah, we've been teased.
It was like, what, 40 seconds?
We've been teased, tie teased so much this year, and we need to get one. I just need that 1-1 in the record column to just like combo break it.
Yeah.
Make it look interesting on the stat sheet.
Oh, it was. I mean, the field goal happened with like no time left, but it was the touchdown run with 50 seconds left when they called that back.
Yeah,
I was like, we got it.
We got the
it's
tie.
a tie.
We got our tie.
Yeah,
I think the Bengals are going to get us a tie. They've come so close so many times.
Do we think the Texans are going to get in the playoffs?
I think they might because again they get to play against
Browns,
the Titans again.
Colts.
Browns, Titans, Colts.
There doesn't seem to be enough spots in the AFC playoffs for all the teams I want to see in the playoffs.
I agree.
This is going to be a problem.
This is why we need bowl games in the NFL. At the end of the season, teams that don't get into the playoffs should be matched up in the most entertaining matchup possible, and they should play one more game. Maybe the winner of that game is the one that gets the better draft pick.
Yeah.
Out of whichever 2 teams those are playing against each other, that's the tiebreaker.
What? Wait, do you have the thing up, Max, right now? What's the Texans' chance for the playoffs right now?
This is like a calculator to see how you get into the playoffs. Look up.
Damn. There's a mathematician over there.
Yeah, I mean, Memes has become an expert on this. This
for
week,
all for naught. Yeah,
figuring out a way. Texans are at 55%.
Yeah, so this
55% to get to playoffs. Yeah, because I mean the Jaguars losing today. What are the Jaguars at now?
Probably isn't going to update.
What about the Bills? What are the Bills?
Oh, fuck.
God damn it, Max.
This is hard. Bills are 69. Nice.
I think they're 30%. That nerd Kornacki told me they were 30% to win the division. I think they're much higher than 30%.
I agree.
I think it says 40 right here, according to New York Times.
We don't trust them.
Yeah.
We should put out a statement about the jerseys because it really pisses people off.
Yeah.
It's crazy how mad people get.
The jerseys belong to Houston. Also, it wasn't just the jerseys. Vrabel wore the Bum Phillips hat.
Yeah, he did.
Which was stolen valor.
Yeah.
I would never say that to his face because he kicked the shit out of me.
It's very funny because we don't think they're ever going to give up the jerseys because why would you give up a jersey that's sweet?
Mm-hmm.
But man, do Titans fans get upset about it.
They do. Listen.
You did take their team.
You took their team and you lost the jersey game.
I got to go back and find it. When we had this first argument in like September and one guy replied to me and was like, you don't know any of the history. They wanted to keep the team in Houston, but they wouldn't give them enough money to build a stadium. Yeah. It's like, so literally how every team gets moved?
Every team.
Yeah.
It's like, can you imagine if the whatever Las Vegas baseball team they're going to have the Oakland A's uniforms?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
They're like, oh, no, Oakland never supported the A's. It was, the city's fault.
Yeah.
This is how it always goes.
Yeah. The owner wanted more money, and the city said, no, we're not going to spend tax money on you guys. We need food for kids in school.
Yeah. Owner finds other city that will take team, uses other city as leverage against the current city.
Yeah.
Current city says, fuck off, because you have billions of dollars to pay for your own goddamn stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Owner says, all I need to do is get my other rich owner friends to buy in on this, and I can go get a new stadium, more revenue for everyone.
Yeah, and then
fans get fucked.
And then once we move the team, then all my other rich owner friends, their franchises become worth more money.
Correct.
And then since their franchises are worth so much more money, then they can go to their local cities and say, hey, we need more money to stick around for a new stadium.
I need more suites.
And then the city or town that they're in says no, and then the owner says, okay, fuck you, I'm going to make myself and my owner friends money again. It's a big cycle.
Yeah. Sucks. So, we should put out a statement saying the jerseys go back.
I will not acknowledge any further Titans games where they play wearing the Oilers uniform.
Ooh, I like that.
Not going to count their wins.
Same.
But if they lose,
but I count their losses twice.
Yes.
So the Titans are eliminated. They're actually 5-10.
Yep.
Yeah, they lost with those on. Okay. Saints, Giants. Saints, we're wrapping up the early games. Saints 24, Giants 6. What they did to our boy, Tommy DeVito. It was an anti-Italian discrimination. It really was.
It was. They did the finger celebration.
They did the finger celebration. They basically knocked him out multiple times. It's sad, PFT.
That's not your gesture. If you're not Italian, you can't use that gesture to an Italian person as a way of demeaning them.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's a hate crime even.
It's also like Tommy DeVito's like, he's not. I understand if it was like Mahomes doing something, then you do it back to him because you beat the biggest, baddest dude on the block. Like, can't Tommy DeVito just do his thing?
Well, this is another case of anytime you have a celebration that's your own, you have to be ready for somebody to do it back to you.
I understand how it works, and it wasn't surprising to me whatsoever. But it, like, deep down, I was like, come on, Tommy DeVito, like, he's undrafted. What are we doing? Why are you guys taking personal offense to Tommy DeVito?
I did love his agent in the stands, Sean Stellato, wearing the Italian American Sports Hall of Fame jacket.
Yep.
You get a green jacket.
Yep.
When you get inducted into.
He also had the pants to match.
Yeah, the pants were great.
Might have just gotten the whole suit.
Yep.
We're also now getting Tommy DeVito insult stories coming out. Be aware. It's bullshit. Ravel said Caniglio's Pizzeria and Bakery in Morristown, New Jersey, says it will no longer have Tommy DeVito at the restaurant this Tuesday. They said they were told his fee increased from $10,000 to $20,000 after the Packers win, and the family biz said they couldn't afford it.
I like that. I like that they called him back up. It was like, yeah, we told you it was going to be 10. Price goes up.
Sean Stellato refuted this, said there was never a price.
Never a price.
There was never a price.
Never an agreement in place.
I just feel it. I know people are going to come after our boy Tommy. We can't let it happen. We got to fight for him.
He got jacked up a couple times.
He got killed.
And they put him in the concussion protocol, which I guess he passed. I would love to see what Tommy DeVito's baseline concussion test is.
Yeah.
I like the questions they ask him. How many fishes are there?
Yeah.
7. Yeah, okay, he's good. Kid's good.
Yeah. What was his name? Vito? Vito?
Yeah.
Was Vito gay?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was.
Well, he wasn't gay. He was just sucking off a guy in the parking lot.
What was Vito's lover's name?
Yeah.
Johnny Cakes.
Johnny Cakes.
Jameis Winston had an all-time great moment today.
Yes.
Before the game. They usually have players doing the tunnel walk where they see what type of fashion they're wearing, what clothes they're wearing. With Jameis, he was just like walking on the field. That's how he goes to work. He walks across the football field.
Mm-hmm.
And he was carrying this giant briefcase. I have no idea what was inside that suitcase. I want desperately to find out what was in the suitcase. It was definitely some sort of motivational prop that he had.
Wait, you don't know? It was nothing.
No, that's.
Oh, that was a fake story?
Yeah, I tweeted out the video and I was like, I want to know what's inside this briefcase.
Oh, and people just started saying.
I think it's probably like he's got fireworks in there. He's got a Bluetooth speaker. Maybe even the suitcase itself is a Bluetooth speaker. And he's probably got a sandwich in there. I was just trying to think, like, what would Jameis Winston be carrying in the suitcase? And then from the New York Daily News, Leonard from the New York Daily News, he said he opened the case and there was nothing. That's what's between us and greatness. Nothing. And then he said that as a joke to me. And then the aggregators saw that. And they're like, oh, this guy said that Jameis is carrying nothing in his briefcase to show that's what's. Now, that very well could be actually what happened. I would not put that past Jameis.
Got it.
But I want to know what Jameis was carrying in that suitcase.
Yeah, I do too.
Maybe just like a giant, maybe it was a cake shaped as a W.
Could have just been toilet paper.
Yeah.
He just brings his own toilet paper.
Shit's so bad.
Yeah, he looks so good.
Maybe it was like a giant, very intricate remote control car that he just brought into the locker room. Take it for a spin with a boys.
A drone?
Yeah, drone.
He's just droning around in the dome.
I could see him doing that.
Yeah. It could just be like a Game Boy.
Yeah. He's definitely the type of backup quarterback that would still get his offensive lineman presence, like he's the starter.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
Oh, it could be watches, yeah.
Could you imagine how much better Jameis Winston's gift to the offensive line would be than Derek Carr's? Jameis Winston would buy you a fucking present.
Derek Carr would get you like a Bible.
Yeah.
And sign it himself.
Yeah.
And be like, here, this means more than any. Like, I know you were really hoping you were going to get like a souped up golf cart.
Yeah.
But this will give you years of pleasure.
Eternal life, really.
Yeah.
I've given you, don't let the Yeti cooler fool you. Your real present is the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Derek
no
Carr.
one wants that from Derek Carr. Saints actually looked pretty decent.
They were fun today. Yeah. Saints look good.
Yeah. And they didn't even have Chris Olave out there.
Yeah. So you got to be way happier this week than you were last week if you're a Saints fan. Where now you could be like, we might, if everything clicks correctly, we're a good team.
And you know what? In a weird way, if you're a Saints fan, like, I know a home playoff game's fun and all that. Like, getting in it as a wild card, it feels like you earned it a little more.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, winning the NFC South as like everyone knows the worst division, it's like, oh, well, they had to give it to someone. The Saints just earn it the old-fashioned way and beat the Rams this weekend on Thursday night. Wait, is it Rams Saints? Yeah, Rams Saints Thursday night football. If they beat them on Thursday night football, it's like, oh, hey, look, they went in the hard way. They didn't just
They earned it.
even though the Bucs would technically be above the Saints.
Yeah.
Something about it, I'd be like, yeah, the Saints deserve this.
They earned it because if you're a wild card team and you get in somehow, then it's like nobody believes in you.
You beat out everyone else.
Yeah.
You didn't just have to beat out your own division.
Your own crappy division.
Yeah.
You beat the entire league.
Again, the Bucs would have beaten out the Saints, but that's neither here nor there.
It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
So it's going to be in LA. That's a huge game. Huge game. But yeah, if you're the Saints, you can make the case like we've had our ups and downs. We've had to battle through more adversity than the Bucs did getting this division handed to them.
We've had to battle Derek Carr being out for the year over 17 different times.
Yeah.
And having him just show up. The Saints players, that might be why they hate Derek Carr. They're like they're on the precipice of getting the substitute teacher walking in the door.
Yeah.
And then their teacher hobbles in. Is like, actually, I'm here. Take out your workbooks. Like, Jameis being the starter would be so much fun.
Yeah. I think that with Derek Carr, it's like if he doesn't practice during the week and he's hurt and then he just shows up on game day, he hasn't been there for long enough to be able to do that and have people like rally around how tough he's being.
Right.
Because he's probably being pretty tough. He's got like 9 broken ribs, his shoulder's fucked up, his neck's hurt, whatever. If you've been there for a while and the guys already like you and trust you and know that you're tough, then you can do that sort of thing. If you're new in town and you're just like, no, I'm just going to show up and play on game day, probably some of the guys are like, what the fuck's going on?
Right, exactly.
Getting all the good drugs from the team doctor, probably.
Yes. I did sense Max kind of rooting for Tommy DeVito. He had some like whimpers when he got knocked out. Max?
No, I'm not rooting for him, but I don't like to see people get hurt.
Especially Italians.
That's not really true, though.
Yes, it is.
You do like to see some people get hurt.
I mean, yeah. I also didn't like the disrespect. I can root. I can.
Division
rival.
I just don't like to see the disrespect
No,
towards
say what you're
Italian
gonna
Americans.
say.
That's all.
What were we gonna say?
It's more so that I wasn't rooting for him, but I didn't like to see that against him.
But you're going to be rooting against him as an
yeah.
Italian American.
Oh yeah.
I saw one. Someone tweeted that it was a picture of Sean Stellato, who will be on the show on Wednesday, in his green outfit and everything. And the quote tweet was just like, "I can't believe Italian Americans are even a thing." And it was like, yeah, that actually is kind of funny. Like, yeah, they are crazy.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, they got character at all times.
If you went back and you had to put like Rocky in the concussion protocol every time he got his bell rung,
Yeah,
would never have lasted past the first round.
yeah.
Italians shouldn't have to enter concussion protocol. It's against their culture.
Are you waiting for me to comment? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can knock him out, Max out, and he can't say anything about it.
Yeah. What would Rocky do, Max?
Yeah. If Max ever complains about the concussions that we're going to give him, we're going to be like, you're not a real Italian.
Not a real guy.
I've thought about if I lose the thing for the opening, I would just do 15 minutes of Rocky monologues.
Wait. Like you would just memorize Rocky?
Some of it.
That would be awesome.
It would be pretty.
We might need that.
But you'd have to be shirtless, wearing like the Rocky.
No, he wears the
boxing outfit.
No,
yeah.
he does the beater.
You'd be like that little annoying kid.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I hate that kid.
Oh, the
that
kid that.
Oh,
quoted
that
Rocky
movie
song?
sucks, but it's the most iconic. It's
no,
crazy.
What are you talking about?
Like that. You're talking about Rocky Balboa.
No, he's
I'm talking about the
kid.
fucking kid that shows up and does it to real rock,
Yeah, it
to
was like
real
2
size.
weeks ago
Oh,
at the
I
ceremony.
fucking, he's done it to Hulk Hogan too. I fucking hate that.
That was
kid.
Yeah.
awesome.
I thought you
What?
That was cool.
No,
Jake.
but Jake, you don't know about this kid. This kid,
It was so annoying.
it's like Baby Gronk.
Yeah, he does that
Oh.
everywhere.
Oh.
That's
I thought
his
it was
thing.
just like a cool moment.
No,
And you know what? He's going to
he
keep
like
doing
plans
that.
it out.
I thought he was just a diehard Rocky fan.
He's going to do that once he's like a preteen into his teenage years.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be 30 years old going up to Sylvester Stallone in like the retirement facility.
Yeah,
quoting
he's
Rocky
done that
movies,
multiple
like,
times.
Remember me? I'm cute. I'm little.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Me, little small.
Also, it's less about the kid. I don't hate the kid. It's the like somewhere there's a parent who's
Yeah.
that's all they're doing is like, you gotta fucking remember this so I can take a video and go viral.
Yeah, they had the meet and greet with Sly
Yeah.
circled on the calendar like a month ago. Okay, we got to prep, we got to study for or the time where you're going to say all the lines back to Rocky.
Yeah, like, Mom and Dad, I just want to go play with my friends. Like, no, you're gonna fucking learn this because I need to get my numbers
Is it
on
stage-
Instagram.
It's really a stage mom.
Yeah.
No different from
Yes.
Honey Boo Boo.
Yes. Or Jean-Benet Ramsey.
Yes.
Yes. Panthers, we date ourselves when we say that.
With which one, Honey Boo Boo?
No, Jean-Benet Ramsey.
Oh yeah.
Captivated a nation.
Yeah, that's
You guys
all
don't even have any idea?
all we could talk about.
What ended up? Who ended up was the killer?
They don't know.
Seriously?
They don't know. The dad is suspected by many
They
people.
never found out who.
Never found out. Never found
Jesus
out.
fucking Christ! I thought they figured. I lost interest. I didn't think the cops lost interest.
I think cops were just like, yeah, we're on to the next thing.
Damn, that's one thing that you hope the police don't lose interest in.
Yeah, I think they could just
The
never
child being
never
murdered.
prove it.
Damn. Yeah, Jean Benet. I think it was also the name. Jean Benet.
Just child beauty pageants are the most fucked up thing ever.
They're so crazy. All right. Last game of the earlies. Panthers, Falcons. Panthers 9, Falcons 7. Fuck the Atlanta Falcons. Pieces of shit. Desmond Ridder, you're a piece of shit. I never want to watch you play football again.
That was just a painful game. It was soaking wet. There was nobody in the crowd at all. If you saw it when they came back from halftime, I'm going to guess that there were like 200 people in the stand.
Yeah, shout out Panthos. He was there.
Yeah.
Panthos, what is his full Twitter handle? He had a picture at halftime. He's like, I'm just, you got to take the bad times with the good. It's like, nah, dude, you don't actually have to go to this game. Panthos 704, which is probably his number for his.
That's the
section.
Charlotte area code.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Panthos, yeah. He's a diehard Panthers fan.
My theory is that Tepper bought up all the seats, all the ones that were like 45 cents a piece. He bought them all up so that it wouldn't be like 45 cents listed as the get-in price.
Right.
And then just didn't sell any of them. He's
Right.
like, I'm willing to spend $1 million just not getting completely embarrassed with the prices, not thinking through to the fact that there's still going to be pictures of people in the
It's
stadium.
empty. And the Panthers' uniforms look cool.
They looked awesome.
Helmets look cool. Bryce Young game-winning drive. Shout out to Panthers. I know Panthers fans have been, I feel like you probably see it too, PFT, like maybe 3 times a week I'll have a Panthers fan hit me up being like, please, like, we don't have anything.
Yeah.
Like, just take it easy. So here's your moment. You won a game. Bryce Young, game-winning drive. Helmets look cool. Desmond Ridder sucks. Good job.
You beat a divisional opponent at home. That's cool. That's always fun. You protected your home turf. It was on 3 field goals, but don't let that
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. He had a game-winning drive. 7-9.
Announced attendance 70,301.
Shut up.
What?
Yep.
70,000 people were there?
Hey,
Yep.
can you pass me another water?
70301.
You can just say anything. Like, owners can just be like,
Yeah, there's no way to
so
prove
another
insane.
it.
sellout.
There's no way to prove it. I mean,
How could they do that? They can't get away with that.
There's probably a lot of people who had paid tickets and they just didn't go. 'Cause they
That's
know
not
they couldn't get-
attendance.
Well, paid attendance is what it always is. It's not people who go through the turnstiles.
I like that they didn't
People
go,
went to
like,
Trump's house.
if this game was played in North Korea, they would have said 100% attendance. They did something that was, like, kind of, like, it's not believable, but at least
Right.
they said 95% attendance.
Yeah.
Remember when the Falcons wanted to get Deshaun Watson but not Lamar Jackson?
Yep.
That was crazy.
It was nuts.
And then they're like, hey, all this talent we have, let's just have Desmond Ridder be our quarterback again.
Yeah, Ritter stinks. Bijan,
That interception he threw was so bad.
yeah, Bijan might be back in the doghouse again. He had a doghouse share of carries today. He
Yeah.
got 7 carries. Algier got 14. Fuck, they brought out Cordarrelle Patterson.
He scored.
He scored a touchdown today.
Yeah.
He had 5 carries for -2 yards today. But yeah, Bijan. What is the purpose of the Atlanta Falcons having all these good players?
I don't know.
Just to like keep them away from other teams having them?
And you know what? I'm actually like, I know a couple weeks ago we're like, oh, the Falcons would be the fun team. Desmond Ridder changes all of that.
They're not fun.
I don't want to see Desmond Ridder play any more football.
It's actually like next level. If the Falcons were just like a puppet franchise that were secretly run by a different team, get all the most talented offensive players,
Yeah.
put them on this team, get Desmond Ridder as your quarterback so you never win anything, and then our opponents won't have those good players on them.
I know Falcons fans were thinking we're probably picking on them.
No, they would say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like they're more frustrated than we are.
Yeah. Here's another thing. Just like I said, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson. Arthur Blank said on Lamar Jackson in March this year, looking at it objectively, I'd say there's some concern over how long he can play, his style of game. Hopefully a long time, but he's missed 5-6 games each of the last 2 years. Deshaun Watson doesn't want to play football. They tried to get Deshaun Watson. Instead of Lamar Jackson, who wanted to go play in Atlanta.
It's crazy. It's
Lamar
crazy.
Jackson on this team would be so fun.
And the wild thing is that the Falcons aren't out of it. They are. They should be out of it. This should be a disqualifying loss.
They should actually like to gain favor, they should just disqualify themselves tomorrow.
Yeah,
do a press conference, be like, look, even if we win the next 3 games, we're not doing it.
It's like when a team gets bowl eligibility, like a good program, and they're like, we're not going to go to that bowl game.
Right.
Like it's not worth it.
Right.
If you have any pride in yourself, Falcons, you will say, we do not want this wild card.
Yeah. Make yourself ineligible.
Unless Taylor Heineke's the quarterback.
Then I'm in.
And I'm back in.
Then I'm 100% in.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a couple more ads, and then we'll finish off with the last 3 games, including Hank's Cowboys.
Before we get back to games, who boy.
Oh, boy.
You know what Hank's going to need a couple of is ice-cold Coors Lights to wash the taste of that terrible, terrible Cowboys game out of his mouth. Coors Light is the best beer in the entire world. I went out, one of the things that I got at the holiday market I went to, a giant-ass beer stein, a big German beer stein. I was drinking Coors Light out of it. I'm going to drink so much more beer now that I've got a great mug to drink it out of. Coors Light is the best beer in the entire world. If you have a big work presentation, follow it up with a happy hour, some friends, and a cold Coors Light. Coors Light helps you find the moments to unwind. If you have weekend chores, take Saturday off. Hit the tailgate, even if you don't have tickets to the game. Whenever you need to hit reset, reach for a Coors Light. It's made to chill. There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill, and that's Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold. That way you always know when it's time to chill. When you need to hit reset, just open up that Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment. It's made to chill. Coors Light is the one I choose when I need to unwind. So when you want to hit reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. I'm keeping my Coors Light outside these days. The mountains are staying blue. Out in nature, it's that time of year. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. The games are also brought to you by Pardon My Cheesesteak. Pardon My Cheesesteak has just unleashed a menu that will have your mouth watering in no time. Actually, we just got done with a Pardon My Cheesesteak Africa Bowl. I'm going to get to that and who's back of the week. Pardon My Cheesesteak went to Kenya and Uganda, taking the cheesesteaks to the people. Hold on to your taste receptors. There's a new star of the show, the Chicken Bacon Ranch Cheesesteak. That's right, it's delicious. We had one delivered to the office a couple months ago. It is so good. Chicken Bacon Ranch on a cheesesteak. It's so tasty. They've also got chicken tenders now. You saw it in the commercial where Jake played the mom. And they've also got the monumental Big Cat combo. Whether you're a cheesesteak aficionado, a finger food enthusiast, or simply somebody who values the art of comfort cuisine, this menu has something for everyone. Order now on PardonMyCheesesteak.com. It's also available on Uber Eats.
Well, at least I didn't get caught kissing Vicky Butterman's big butt in the woods.
That's not true. That's not true. Oh, boys. Did I interrupt?
Mom, you stupid bitch, get out of here.
Well, pardon me. And pardon my chicken tenders.
50, your mom is so cool. And she's hot. She's my stepmom. Oh, okay, well, your stepmom is really hot. Yeah, she is. Yeah!
love their chicken tenders.
Pardon my cheesesteaks, new menu is here. The Big Cat Combo, Chicken Bacon Ranch cheesesteaks, and chicken tenders.
Okay. Next game. Rams 28, Commanders 20. And guess what? That means Shake Shack.
Yeah,
We
boys.
did it, boys.
We went 3 for 3.
We went 3 for 3. So PFT had the Raiders on Thursday night. I had the Lions on Saturday night. Hank had the Rams on Sunday. Hank's was actually the only one that was actually a little bit in doubt.
He was
so
in doubt at the
not
end,
the
yeah.
best pick by
They all
him.
look like wins on the stat sheet.
They do. The bottom line is we went 3 for 3.
3 for 3. So that means free chicken shacks, bacon cheese fries, and a classic shake for the people. So go get them at Shake Shack with code CHICKENLINE for the chicken shack, code PROPFRY for the fries, and code SHAKE SPREAD for the shake. So go right now. Go claim your offer today at your local Shake Shack or at shakeshack.com. You can do it on the app. Again, for the chicken shack, it's chicken line. For the fries, it's prop fry. And for the shake, it's shake spread. So go get it. Lunch on us.
That's so
Are we getting it?
Yeah, we're feeding the people.
We're getting it
Let's do
today.
Definitely.
We have to. So Rams 28, Commanders 20, PFT. Your thoughts?
I've got one particular part of this game I would like to just draw everybody's attention to because it was shocking, even for
Yeah, it
Ron
was.
Rivera.
Yeah.
It was one of the worst head coaching displays I've ever seen. I'm glad that this wasn't on a nationally televised game, like a standalone game.
Yep.
Because it would have been everyone in America freaking out about what the fuck is Ron Rivera doing in this situation. All right, so we're down 28-14, right? There's 5 minutes left in the game, fourth quarter. Jacoby Brissett's in at quarterback. Sam Howell's still the guy, but Jacoby Brissett stepped in at the end of the game.
Wait, what happened?
Sam Howell wasn't having his best day, and we needed a spark.
Okay.
So Jacoby Brissett was the spark today.
Got it.
5 minutes left in the game. Jacoby Brissett hits Terry McLaurin, who almost scores for a touchdown. It was like a 40-yard pass, 50-yard pass. Great throw, great catch. Terry McLaurin tackled at the 1 yard line. So we're down by 14. 4 minutes, 44 seconds left. 4 minutes, 44 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter. We get the ball. Rams call a timeout. First and goal on the 1 yard line. Rodriguez up the middle, 1 yard, no gain. How quickly do you think we ran the next play after that one, Big Cat?
Well, I know the answer. So
Do you think we hustled to the line?
No.
Again, we're down by 14 points in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter. No, we take the clock down to 1 second left. The play clock down to 1 second left.
You were screaming at the TV during this.
Jacoby Brissett, quarterback sneak up the middle, no gain. Do you think we hustled to the line after that play? No, we didn't. Clock continues to tick down to 3 minutes, 18 seconds. Short pass across the middle to Logan Thomas, 1 yard touchdown nullified by penalty. Now it's third and goal on the 11. Jacoby Brissett passed short and middle to Curtis Samuel for 4 yards. Do you think we hustled after that one, Big Cat? Do you think we hustled? No, we didn't. The clock went down to 2 minutes, 31 seconds. Fourth and goal. Pass to Terry McLaurin, penalty, pass interference. Then we get the ball again at the 1 yard line. We go up the middle again for minus 2 yards. 27 seconds left until the 2 minute warning. Do you think we try to get another playoff before the 2 minute warning?
No.
No, we don't. We let the 2 minute warning happen, and then we run another play, passing complete after that. And then on fourth down, we finally score a touchdown. Now there's 1 minute, 46 seconds left. 3 minutes to get 1 yard in a game when we're down by 2 scores.
It was
14,
tough to watch.
14 points. I had StatHole look this up because I thought to myself, this has got to be the most amount of clock that's been used to gain 1 yard in NFL history. He looked it up. His stats only go back to 1999. But since 1999, the previous record was your Chicago Bears.
Mm-hmm.
In Week 12, 2013, took 2 minutes, 46 seconds to score a touchdown from first and goal on the 1 yard line.
Whoa.
This is the worst case of clock management I've ever seen.
It was
personally.
bad.
And then, so Rivera's got 3 timeouts. He should have, if you're trying to win the game, oh, wait, let me jump back. After we score the touchdown, down by 14, he should go for 2 there, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't, and the field goal gets blocked.
He wanted us to get the fries.
The extra point gets
Or the
blocked.
shake.
Thank you, Ron, for letting us get the shake. And then he kicks off. He does an onside kick, which is impossible to recover. He still has 3 timeouts in his pocket. And then they just run the ball, expire the clock. If you're trying to win that football game, you would probably kick it deep, use your 3 timeouts, try to get the ball back somewhere around midfield. I don't know what Ron Rivera does, if he's ever watched football before.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's trying to do anything.
He doesn't
like,
do
he's
anything.
fired. But he already is fired.
Yeah.
Like, I think they probably were like, hey, dude, you're a nice guy. We're not going to fire you during the season.
That's what's
So
happening.
he just doesn't give a fuck.
He wants to retire at the end of the season.
But I kind of don't blame him because, like,
yeah.
right.
But
And they probably told him, like, don't win any games, dude.
if you're trying to win this game,
He's not.
he can't be trying to win this game.
No.
He can't. It's impossible for somebody to mismanage the end of a game unless they're doing it intentionally.
You
as
were
bad as that
looking.
was.
You were looking at the end of the game as through the eyes of a rational person who's watched football and knows how you should operate in a football game.
Yeah.
Ron Rivera, I bet you he sat down when they were like, "Hey, we're firing Jack Del Rio. Do you want to go with him, or do you want to just stick around and run out the string?" He's like, "I'll fucking stick around."
Yeah.
And they were probably just. Josh Harris was like, "All right, just do me one favor. Don't win any more games." He's
did
like,
it.
"No problem."
He did a hell of a job not
Yeah.
winning this game. And also, the long snapper, Cheeseman, you can't suck that bad and have your
Yeah.
last name be Cheeseman.
It's tough.
Everyone knows. He had a quote after the game where they're like, "Are you thinking that maybe your job's in jeopardy right now? Are you nervous about that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've been nervous all year because I haven't been very good, and I've kept. I think to myself all the time, like they're probably going to get somebody else here. Everyone that's watched the Commanders game this year since week 1 has been like, the long snapper is not good. He almost got the punter killed.
Yeah.
Tress Way. So many bad snaps today. It was very frustrating to watch the end of this game. An 8-year-old that's played 2 games of Madden would be able to tell Ron Rivera what to do better than he did it at the end of this game. It was bewildering. I have no idea what I watched.
I feel like though it made perfect sense because he's not trying.
He's not trying.
doing anything.
He's not trying at
Right.
all. And he's gonna retire, and they're gonna make it seem like it's a mutual parting of ways.
Right.
And then Rivera's probably gonna try to get a job with the Panthers as like
A consultant, yeah.
the consigliere,
Yeah.
or like maybe even like president of football operations.
No, they'll just get David Tepper will get Ron Rivera to go find who the next coach should be.
Yeah, interview him, shake his
Yeah.
hand, look him in the eye.
Yeah, tell him tell us that he's a football guy.
But yeah, Matt Stafford. I know I went on a little rant there about Rivera because it was shocking, but Matt Stafford still
Awesome.
got it. He's
Awesome.
still got it, and he did the one throw that he does every game, the red meat out there for Dan Orlovsky to talk about, a little sidearm out to the sidelines. I think it was to Higbee. The dude can still throw the fucking football.
The Rams are definitely in the list of teams that like I want to see in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because they would be fun to watch. Like Matt Stafford, I think we had this discussion last week. He has the ability to beat anyone because he is playing at that level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still very, very good.
And the Saints Rams is going to be a pseudo elimination game.
And the Rams, they got weapons. Kyron Williams is a great player.
Yeah. Although they were fumbling.
He did fumble a little bit tonight, but he's
Yeah.
still good.
I just remember that because that over should have hit.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just kept on fumbling.
It definitely should have hit. And in the standings, Hank had a massive 2-game swing today.
Yeah. How close is he now, Jake? I went 0 for 2 for the first time, I think, all year.
It's
So,
over.
Hank went 2-0. Both of you went 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
Hank is now 3.5 behind PFT with 6 picks left.
It's over.
What if we did an extra holiday pick? We did a holiday pick for Thanksgiving.
No,
We
no,
did do a
Max,
holiday
stop
pick
that,
for
Max.
Thanksgiving. It
I
is
know what you're
Christmas
doing.
coming up.
Hank probably threatened you. He was like, "You're fired if you don't play."
No,
We did do a-
good for
that
the
kinda
show.
makes
It
sense.
things
No,
little-
it doesn't. It makes no sense.
I said this earlier. People go,
We did
We've never
do-
done that. We've never done this format
year,
before
yeah.
this
Yeah.
year.
And we did do one for Thanksgiving.
We always do one.
Hank wants a charity case.
Well, but this is different.
It's the holidays.
Yeah, it's the
yeah,
holiday.
it's the holidays. The games are played on Sunday on Christmas.
So
And
next
Monday.
week we'll do
Monday.
and Saturday.
And Saturday.
So next week we'll do
Sounds like 3
Saturday
days of
holiday,
football, 3 picks.
Saturday, and then you can do Sunday, Monday.
This is
Yeah.
shenanigans. Stop the steal.
What you
You're
don't
watching
think-
it happen
you
right
don't
now.
Believe in your picks?
All you have
watching
to
this
do is
happen
win
in
2
real
games,
life.
PFT.
We know what we
That's it?
saw.
You got to
This
win 2.
This is fraud like we've never seen in this country before, Hank.
How many am I
Holidays.
ahead of PFT?
I'm gonna get my stands to just
Right
fucking
now,
storm Barstool
Big Cat
headquarters.
19.5, PFT 18, Hank 14.5. So Big Cat right now you're up 5 with 6 to go.
Anyone that cares about democracy in this country should call Hank out on his bullshit.
It's the holidays.
It is the
You
holidays.
sound like the Grinch right
It
now.
is the
No,
holidays.
what, by not doing an extra?
Yeah, Scrooge.
No, I want more money in our listeners' pockets. I don't want them to be tailing or fading our picks. I want them to have money to spend on their family,
But
not
it's
gambling on another game.
Hank, hit him with the line.
Family.
Go ahead.
The lighthouse is.
No,
Oh, it's holidays.
Dude, what the fuck? It's the
Why are you
easiest
bringing
line
up
ever.
the fucking lighthouse?
I was
Counterpoint.
the line. I don't know what else.
Counterpoint.
other lines
It's
I
the
have.
holidays.
It is the holidays.
You just say that over and
Wait,
over.
where were you going with the lighthouse?
I don't. I was.
I don't know,
I
that was
like,
weird, dude.
I was like, what line? What lines do I have? What
The
are my
line
lines?
you've just been using. It's the holidays.
It's
the holidays.
So it's sacrilegious. If you were a big believer in the holidays, you don't want to encourage people to go out there and sin and gamble.
We do Thanksgiving because it was the holidays. Why would we not do?
It's not the holiday. No, it's not the holidays. The holidays are like now. Thanksgiving isn't the holidays.
Thanksgiving, not holidays.
Oh wow, there's three Monday games on Christmas. Maybe we just do the Christmas special pick.
4? Are you saying for
No.
We should just make that worth 3 points.
Good idea.
No,
Or 25,
no,
Christmas.
No, there's 2 games on Saturday.
Ruining the integrity of the picks.
Wait, go back. You said Thanksgiving's not a holiday?
No, it's a holiday, but the holidays is like Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's. Those are the holidays.
Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
That's
holidays.
That is a holiday weekend, but the holidays are the December holidays. Booby Christmas. Those are the holidays.
Booby Christmas does rock.
Booby Christmas. Shout out Booby Christmas.
Maybe we can sit
You
on
just
it.
sound
No, don't say
scared.
it's
No,
so
there's nothing
creepy
to sit
like
on. PFT's scared. Scared
it's
little
just a
boy.
whisper.
I'm not scared. Fuck you, little boy. This little boy put his foot up your ass.
Whoa,
Yeah, that's right.
that's true.
No. I beat him straight up head to head today. Easy.
And what?
The
Picks.
Rams.
2-0,
Oh.
0-2.
All right, we'll put out a poll.
Hank does have a little boy ass.
See what people want. Extra pick or no? Holidays
just,
or no?
Just so you know, Hank is trying to manipulate you. This is election fraud.
Who suggested it?
You
Me?
told Max to say that.
Wait, who did?
Max.
No.
No.
Max, what place are you in?
So in the warm up, I have
depends.
I went 2-0 and Max is 0-1 and Memes 0 Max is 0-2, Memes 0-1. I'm close to 6.
Listen,
Oh,
I
Memes
don't
hasn't gone
care.
yet.
I'm already mentally committed to this hour. I'm just trying to give the listeners something extra for the holidays.
No, I think I am actually the one that's in favor of the listeners because I think what they want to see more than anything is Hank Lockwood doing an hour
PFT
of stand-up.
Some people in the holidays, they don't, they're either not with their family, like they're kind of alone. It's a lonely time of the year for some people, unfortunately. And having, distractions help. So giving them an extra game, they can be distracted on Saturday, they can be distracted on Sunday, they can be distracted on Monday.
There's still the games. The games are still going to be
But
on.
they want to tie back into the show.
They can watch the games.
An extra bonus of wondering what happens to this podcast.
No, I think in the true interest of our
Because
listeners,
we are family.
Hang on,
and this
turn
is
your mic
something
off
to
real
tie us back to our
Shut the
family.
fuck up for me. In the interest of our listeners, I think they want to see you go on stage. And I don't want to take that away from
That's
our
a
listeners.
But they
lie.
also want to see us.
This goes back to the Mount Rushmore thing.
Wait.
You guys are the show.
Wait,
They want to see.
PFT.
They want to see you guys.
But they also want
They
to
listen to the show for you guys.
No, but if I'm being honest, like I would much rather see Hank on stage.
But
Hank's Hank's learning guitar. I've been teaching Hank guitar.
They also want to see us do picks on the holidays.
Yeah.
No, they don't. I don't think that they want to see
Yeah.
picks on holidays.
Crazy if you don't think people want to see you.
They don't want to see picks on holidays. No, they want to. I want to see.
Why
Hank.
wouldn't they want to see you?
Tickets will sell
question.
very
They
fast.
definitely want to see
Yes,
you.
they
I think
want to
it's-
see.
no,
they would
they
want to
want for
see.
business.
They would want to see you.
I think that.
PFT.
Yeah, think about the business.
Yeah.
I think that Hank would be a great choice. I listen as a service to our listeners. I can tell you, I would much rather see you win, Hank.
I'm going to say right now,
Oh, so you want me
I'm
to
in
beat
this
you?
competition too.
That's nice.
I'm not scared of Hank catching me, so I will not. I will be happy doing an extra pick. I'll man up.
Should we just take a poll with
why
the
don't
group?
Why don't we just do 4 picks or 5?
Or let's just
extra
take a poll
picks?
between us
or
three
6
then.
extra picks.
You wanna-
Where do we draw the line? When does this stop?
One
Well,
extra. For
all right,
Christmas.
here. It'll be pretty cut and clear. If there's a holiday, we'll do an extra pick.
Okay, what about New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve is a holiday, Hank. You're gonna beg for another
Is there
handout then?
football on New Year's Eve?
You're gonna
Yeah.
beg for a handout.
Well, then we should
Is-
probably do another pick.
It's actually pathetic. It's pathetic, Hank. It's beneath you.
We should just do a pick for Monday Night Football, all of us.
Well,
tonight.
if that's the case,
Good. That's a good idea.
let's just change the rules. Let's just change all the rules for Hank.
No,
I
think
mean, you guys rigged the whole fucking
I think Christmas.
Mount Rushmore election.
I think
You guys-
Christmas
This has nothing to
Day.
do with Mount Rushmore. This
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like you guys are acting like we're.
you have PTSD from spending 24 hours or 23 hours in a room with Max?
Listen, like I said,
It's the holidays.
it's the holidays. I'm fine. I know I'm going to do it. I know I'm going to lose. PFT literally only has to win 2 games. There's basically no % chance that he does lose. So I'm fine either
You're
way.
just more like, why is he so scared?
I'm just more like, again, like,
It's
tough
holidays.
time of year, holidays. Like,
Right.
we want to feel a
Okay.
connection to our listeners.
All right.
Let's give them something.
Jake, is that a true stat? I have my magic number's 2.
You're 3.5 up with 6 to go. So it depends.
So that doesn't sound like. I think Hank made up those numbers. Hank,
Yeah, it's not.
It's 1 in 5.
Two
and
and
2
4 and 0 and 6.
what
You
if-
would lose.
what
So
if we-
it can't be 2?
yeah, it can't be 2. What if we did like a little barter here, and we can do an extra pick for the holidays? If you agree that if you lose, you get an extra 10 minutes.
Oh, fuck no. I don't like.
What? I'm down.
It's the holidays,
It's the holidays.
Hank.
It's
man.
the
It's
holidays.
the holidays.
It's the holidays.
Why would you do extra 10 minutes? It's the holidays.
I don't have 10 minutes to start.
It's the holidays, though.
Give me 2 songs, and I'll deal.
Performing
yeah.
them?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Performing
Yeah,
them?
guitar. I've been learning guitar.
Okay.
He's learned 3 chords. And
But they
actually,
can't be
he's
more
come a
than
lot
like
further than I
6-minute songs.
All right.
All right.
All right, so Hank's 3.5 out with 7 picks left.
Yep.
Odds have just changed.
And an hour and 10
Hour 10.
with 2 songs.
I don't know.
You just agreed to it.
We didn't shake on it. Hour 10's a lot. An hour 10's a lot. An hour is a lot. 5 minutes is a lot.
But don't you want to provide more entertainment for our listeners?
I'm doing an hour.
You're pretty much saying like I think so lowly of our own listeners that I'm not willing to.
It's actually a
holidays,
favor
Hank.
to the listeners for me to do less time.
No.
No, they want to see you up.
I want to see you suffer.
You guys do. The
Right.
listeners don't. The listeners want to see you guys perform because they actually like you guys.
No, I
And
know.
the other
But,
reason they
but
listen
right,
to this
right.
podcast-
But it's see us perform because they like us. The only other option is see you suffer.
They're going to do that.
Right.
The suffering
So,
will get
but
old
the
after
suff-
like 20 minutes.
No,
I think
no.
That would
Then it
provide
gets
them
funny again.
so much more joy.
Yeah. Suffering gets old, but then it becomes funny again.
5 minutes.
Okay.
2 picks, 10 minutes.
No.
So it's up to you. As much time as you want to add. It's just
7 minutes, 1 extra pick for the holidays.
You really should just add the pick for the holidays.
For the holidays, Hank.
Yeah.
7 minutes.
as a gift. You don't have to get me a gift this year.
Okay, that's fair.
I already gave you your gift.
Was it Tiffany?
Yeah. Gift Raptor.
All right, so 1 extra pick,
7 minutes.
even Steven.
7 minutes. Handshake. Shake my hand. I just want to shake your hand. Shake it, Hank.
Come on, Hank. We got to get going with the show.
All right, that's a shake.
All right.
That counts as a
That
shake.
counts as a shake. 7 minutes.
Nobody take what Hank just did with his hand and he was kind of biting his lip. Nobody make that into a gift.
All right, you have 7 picks to win this
disgusting.
thing, Hank.
So would you also have to
3.5
do
back.
7 extra
No,
minutes?
just Hank.
No, yeah, absolutely. We just added 7 minutes to the
No,
show runtime.
I
Yes.
said if you lose, then you have to get an extra 10 minutes, which we bargained down to 7.
That's crazy.
No, well, that's what you agreed to. We
Whatever.
Shook on it.
I don't really care because I'm gonna lose. So
Okay, shook on it.
What about the holidays?
I was only thinking about the holidays. PFG is the one that's playing the most scared ball I've ever seen in my
A
entire
little bit of
life.
scare ball.
Well, you no.
After you talked
are-
about Ron Rivera playing scared
You
ball.
are terrified.
That's
That
not-
is a little ironic.
That's not scared.
You
ball
are
that
up
Ron was
3.5 games with 6 picks to go. and
Ron
you're like,
Rivera wasn't playing scared ball. He was playing just like insane ball.
That's what you're doing.
No. We have an agreement. I like our agreement.
Okay. 49ers, Cardinals. 49ers 45, Cardinals 29. 49ers have clinched the NFC West.
Congrats.
Brock Purdy's the MVP.
Brock Purdy said that Christian McCaffrey's the MVP.
That's true. Christian McCaffrey said Trent Williams was the MVP.
I think Trent Williams should be the MVP.
I think George Kittle should be the MVP.
You don't even like George, though.
I
You
love
root
George.
against him in the playoffs.
Oh, here we go.
Did I lie?
Brock Purdy probably should be MVP
Yeah.
just by numbers.
Yeah, he should. His problem is that he's always going to have to deal with like how good his offense is
Right.
and how many great players he has. And then they'll look at Christian McCaffrey and be like, well, we've known that he's been good for longer than we've known that Brock's good for.
Yeah.
So if the 49ers, if like you split the 49ers vote, I feel like more people would lean towards Christian.
It really just matters whoever's going to get the 1 seed, too.
Yeah.
Like if the 49ers win out, get the 1 seed, it would probably be Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Maybe if the Ravens win out, get the 1 seed, Maybe they become Lamar.
Lamar had a pretty good game tonight.
They can be like, oh, we could see this. We've already done it before.
Yeah.
The MVP debate, though, is always just like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
They're going to give it to the quarterback on the best team, and they're going to decide it all within the last month of the season.
It's like the Heisman.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
we cared a lot about that. Anything from this game? I don't really. 49ers have a couple injuries, and the Cardinals were able to run the ball down their throat.
It's an ass kicking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you could say like the 49ers defense, you'd like to see them tighten it up a little bit. But
yeah, Hargraves I think is out, and someone else was out as well. I can't remember. But yeah, they got that. Whatever. 49ers, like I got cute with this game. I was like, ooh, Cardinals could maybe sneak them because 49ers have a look ahead with the Ravens. Dumb. 49ers are a freight train right now, and you should not get in front of them under any circumstances.
Yep, agreed.
Like if you're trying to bet against the 49ers right now, sit down and ask yourself, like, why am I doing this? They are really, really fucking good at football, and every time they're healthy, they've killed everyone. It was Armstead and Hargrave were both out. So
I'm just looking forward to the Holidays game next.
Holidays,
the Niners and the Ravens. That's going to be awesome. That's a great game for the Holidays.
Good news is we got one last game to get to. Actually, we'll do Ravens Jags as well. Bills 31, Cowboys 10. Henry?
Bloodbath. I kind of saw this coming, though. And the Cowboys need to get a couple home playoff games to have a shot.
Yeah.
All the home playoff games. But guess what? Today, losing this today, it's going to be tough.
It's a blueprint game. This is a blueprint on how to beat the Cowboys.
Just have them on the road?
Yeah, just run the ball down their throat.
Oh, I was going to say just play them not in Dallas.
Run the ball down their throat. The Cardinals game this year, was that in Dallas?
No.
Was that in Arizona?
No.
They ran the ball down their throat. That's the key to beating the Cowboys.
But the Eagles can run the ball. They weren't able to do it. The Cowboys at home are 7-0. Their score average is 40-15. The Cowboys on the road, they are 3-4. Their score average is 21-22.
Mm-hmm.
They're just night and day, different team. Like Josh Allen didn't have to do anything. He said after, he's like, I feel like the kid who got the A who just didn't help at all in the group project. Because he didn't have to, which is a great sign for the Bills that Josh Allen didn't have to be Superman and they still win.
Yeah, he had a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown today, but he was not the star of the show. The star of the show was Cook.
Yeah.
But that's the 10th game this season that Allen has both a passing and a rushing touchdown, and that's the most in a single season in NFL history.
He could be MVP.
He could be.
If narrative-wise,
if
that's
the Bills
what they do.
If the Bills win that division, I think Josh Allen could probably would be the MVP.
Yeah. So hope people listen to our 35-1 Bills rant we had a couple weeks ago because they're now down to, I think, 13. And they are officially, if you had to go just off of not record, like who you wouldn't want to play right now.
Bills.
Bills are probably number one in the AFC.
Getting hot.
Ravens, maybe.
Yeah.
Ravens still, look, I mean, that was a good win for them tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next week. But yeah, right now, the Bills are, I'd say it's the Bills.
Bills are 13-1. I'm so happy. I mean, like the Cowboys they're just frauds. It just is the same thing every year.
Rob Gronkowski called them mentally weak.
Hank, thoughts? Rob played for the Patriots. I don't know if you know this as a Cowboys fan.
I did. I heard his interview the other day. That was great. Yeah, no, they're bad.
I don't know if they're bad as much as they are just mentally weak.
Well, I think they might be bad just because.
But this might be the game when everyone forgets about them. Everyone just discredits them from the playoffs, and then they go make a run. There's the bulletin board material. Something I just thought of, like maybe like when you win championships, they'll usually have like a scene in the beginning to start it, kind of a down part of the season, and maybe for the Cowboys championship DVD, it's highlights from this game, and then the narration starts and it shows the run. That would be cool.
I mean, this was an old school ass kicking, just running it down the throat, manning up. Like Dak looked like shit. He's had a great year, not taking away from his year, but this is the question with Dak. Go on the road, play a really good team. What do you look like?
Mm-hmm. Trash.
Yeah.
He looked very bad today.
Yeah.
The Cowboys, they got to circle the wagons right now.
They do. And they have the Dolphins on the road next Sunday.
America's game of the week.
America's game of the week.
I would call that limping into the playoffs if they get their ass kicked by the Bills.
It's the fraud bowl.
And then by the Dolphins.
It will be the fraud bowl. And then the Bills, if the Dolphins lose one of the next two and the Bills win out going up to Week 18 will be for the AFC East title, which is crazy.
That'd be awesome.
Crazy.
I'll give you a spin zone, Hank. Would you like a spin zone?
Yes, please.
All right, so the Cowboys were all sick this week. They had the stomach flu. There were 10 guys on the team. I think Dan Quinn had the flu too this week. So there's that.
That plays.
They were just crapping themselves all week.
That definitely plays.
That's what happens with the Eagles tonight, right?
Yeah. Well,
maybe it was the Eagles got Jalen Hurts got the Cowboys
Oh.
sick.
Yeah, he's the carrier.
Good point.
Great point.
Wait, are all the Eagles sick right now, Max?
No. That's why Jalen Hurts took a separate plane. He didn't want to get the team sick.
Did he take a private plane?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
How much damage did that do
Damn.
to the environment?
Damn. I didn't know.
What, you've never taken a private plane?
I didn't know he had it like that, bro. I didn't know he had it like that.
Yeah. He just signed a pretty big contract.
How much?
I'm sure the Eagles probably paid for it. Eagles own NFL franchise. Or I guess they are an NFL franchise.
Talked for one sentence too many. Last game, Ravens. That was a good win for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Like the Jaguars are kind of falling off a cliff.
I feel bad for Jaguars fans.
I do too.
They were on cloud 9 when they had that 6-2 record.
And they were playing backup.
It looks so
Jake
good.
Browning.
Yeah. They had everything. You had it right in front of you. What did Pete Prisco have this as, a win?
He probably had his loss.
What, really?
That was
13-4.
That was very tough though. The start of that game, having 4 trips on the other side of the field and getting 0 points. The Jaguars are like a team where all the pieces are good and make sense, but then when you put them all together and you have to have them execute against like at a high level, it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, I did like what Trevor did with his Christmas present for the guys, for the offensive line.
Yeah, the golf carts.
He got them golf carts, like really tricked out golf carts, which was cool, considering he would not take a golf cart himself.
Correct.
Last week. But yeah, if you're a Jaguars fan, you're not optimistic about how this is going to end.
3 losses in a row.
Yeah.
And they have to go to the Bucs, who are playing good ball.
The Florida Bowl.
Shit. And the Ravens are 1 seed right now. And if they win, who do the Ravens have this week?
The Niners.
Oh, that's a tough one. Shit.
Yeah, they got the Niners, and then the week after
So
that,
they play the Dolphins.
It's the Chiefs are going to fucking end up with the 1 seed.
Chiefs are.
They just always do it. They're going to luck into it.
There's a good path for the Chiefs right now, for sure.
The Chiefs are going to end up with the 1 seed.
Yeah, who do they play next week?
Garbage. They play no one but garbage.
They play the Raiders next week.
Yeah.
They play the Bengals after that.
Okay.
At home.
Okay.
And then they finish
Easton
up
Stick.
at Easton Stick.
Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah, they might.
The Chiefs are going to have the 1 seed.
They might. The Chiefs are probably going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Chiefs are going to get the 1 seed. The Dolphins are going to lose to the Cowboys. The Ravens are going to lose to the Niners and the Dolphins. Everyone's 11-5.
I mean, I would love
Whatever,
to see
12-5.
I would love to see a rematch. I would like to see the Chiefs against the 49ers. I'd like to see that
How
game
about Bills 49ers?
in the Super Bowl. Yeah, either way. Good game.
We're getting down to it.
I'm rooting
love
for the
it.
games now.
So much football. Okay. Should we wrap up with Who's Back of the Week? Who's Back of the Week is brought to you by Roback. Roback question, Who's Back of the Week? Use promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. Q-Zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. Roback.com, promo code TAKE, the best. I wear the joggers all the time. The shorts in the summer. Polos when you're going golfing.
Christmas shopping. I was doing some shopping today. Roback.
Dads love Roback.
My dad exclusively
loves
wears Roback.
Yes, loves Roback. So they're the most comfortable. Roback.com, promo code TAKE. Hank, your Who's Back of the Week?
My Who's Back of the Week is the MLB. I'm sure you guys saw this. It is the busy time of the year. Some would say it's the
holidays.
We had NFL football.
Oh, we had one more pick.
Monday night game?
How many games are you going to ask for?
I'm joking.
I haven't asked for any. Max
I'm
Max
joking.
suggested
I'm
one.
joking.
Big Cat suggested
I'm
another
joking. I'm joking.
one. I mean, just win. It's pretty fucking simple.
I've been winning.
Sounds like you're scared though that you're gonna.
I'm in
lose.
favor of rules. I'm in favor of a structured competition and integrity.
Well, this is the inaugural league this year of this format.
And we are
so-
1-for-1 on holidays.
I'm just
Doing
in
an
favor.
extra
Listen,
pick.
I'm just in favor of integrity. That's all.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're scared. But yeah, probably the busiest time of the year. Everyone's got holiday parties. Everyone's celebrating the holidays. Football on Sunday. MLB, not even broadcasted, decided to host an all MLB event award show where they flew all the players out, announced like first team, second team, all MLB, and no one knew that it was a thing until Saturday.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
I have no idea how the MLB decides to do.
This
any
is the
stuff
first
they
I'm
do.
hearing of this.
This happened?
Yeah,
Or it's happening?
it happened on Saturday, December 16th.
Who won?
Wait, what did they announce?
They had an award show, like the NFL, like the NFL and the NBA.
Yeah.
Even the NHL does it.
Yeah. Where was it?
I don't know.
Major League
You don't have any
Baseball,
It
details?
was in Las Vegas.
They just designed stuff to not have anybody pay attention to it.
Who was there?
All the stars.
What the fuck?
Name one star that was there.
Well, that's the problem with MLB. I don't know who these guys are.
This is very funny they did this.
Was Mike Trout there?
I do not see Mike Trout in these pictures. Oh, I guess it was on MLB Network, 8 p.m. Eastern, December 16th.
Yeah, they go out of their way to have nobody pay attention to their shit.
But that's just classic MLB, so MLB is back.
And Carabas is still awake?
Yeah. What else is he doing?
Call him, see if you watch this shit.
Probably lifting.
He's probably lifting. He's probably like doing mock drafts.
Probably like watching TV in the shower.
Jerking off to himself lifting. He's got a curl in one hand. He might be asleep. It is the off season.
It's 12:19 a.m. He might be.
Yeah, but he also doesn't have a life.
It's true.
So he could be awake.
No, he's not. Is he ducking you?
I think he probably, I think 12:19. He's
Oh yeah, what about Dan Herron? Like asking him. Did he
Your
watch?
call has been forwarded.
I don't think he would. He's not like a baseball super fan. Like he's in baseball. Why would he watch? Jared would watch. If Jared watched, then we know who was the target audience.
I feel
If
like-
Jared didn't watch, then
I don't see any tweets from Jared about this event.
man,
They organize their award ceremonies like we would organize a happy hour. Like, hey, I was
Yeah, like
thinking
2
about,
months after the season ends
I was thinking about hanging out.
on a crazy busy Saturday
Right.
when
Yeah.
people are watching NFL and it is prime time. Like people have to do shit like Christmas parties and,
Right.
and work parties and all that stuff.
Yeah, if
The
you're not doing anything this weekend, I was thinking getting a big group of guys together, hand out the Silver Sluggers.
Yeah.
there was NFL, there was bowl games, and there was like 5 top 10 college basketball games.
NHL, NBA.
Let's fucking hand out a couple gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pug down, pug down.
Whoa,
Is Pug hurt?
He's okay.
what happened?
Did he fall?
Did you fall out of the chair, Pug?
It's broken.
Pug is like
chair.
You broke the
No,
chair?
so it was already broken.
Oh, it was already broken. It was already broken.
Pug is like the Mr. Bean of this podcast. He's always like falling down, getting hurt.
But like quickly scurrying because he's like, oh no, the camera's about to get me. Another incident for Pug. All right, PFT, what's your who's back?
My who's back of the week is Uganda football.
Yeah.
Uganda football, they lost to Kenya. There's going to be a video coming out, 2 videos coming out soon. They lost 38-22. You might have seen Billy's all-22 clip of him throwing a dart in the red zone. I think it was like a 7-yard touchdown pass. I think he ran for another touchdown against him. So Billy says that they had to overcome a lot of adversity on this trip, which I'm sure we'll hear more about.
Oh yeah, Donnie texted me. It sounded like a lot.
Yeah, I was trying to talk Donnie through it yesterday, being like, if you need more money to make this
I
happen.
said the same thing, yeah.
I'm down, and he's like, I think we got to figure it out. Apparently, the head of the Uganda American Football Association just like took all the money that we gave them, and just didn't ever book a bus for like a 15-hour bus ride.
Kind of respect.
Didn't give the guy any.
Like, that's kind of a badass scam.
The guys didn't get any food, so they had to travel overnight with no sleep, no food. They played against Kenya. Apparently, they fought their guts out. This was a tweet from Donnie earlier today. This trip was special. Leaving Africa this time with 0 regrets. The players, coaches,
Also 0 wins.
0 wins, but they did score points. So Billy's not fired. The players, coaches, and everyday people we met were so inspiring. That fat, corrupt scumbag Stephen Oking, who runs the Uganda Football Association, tried to ruin it for everybody, but he did not succeed. Uganda has a legit football team of warriors I'm wicked proud of. So if you thought that Donnie and Billy would escape Africa without starting an international conflict, I think that you were probably wrong. I think this is the start of. We hope that they get home safe. They are in Kenya right now, not in Uganda. So I hope that they can get home safe and not run into any problems over there. But it seems like they're turning this into a flame war with the guy that stole the money.
We also had an all-time Billy football clip from the news. Yeah. Donnie said that they got split up for a day because Donnie was going earlier and was like, don't do any media. And then literally the 12 hours that Donnie and Billy weren't together, Billy went on like Uganda TV.
Yeah.
And this is so first of all, they put his name as William Carter, which I liked. Mm-hmm. But here's the clip from Billy, all-time Billy clip.
In the first leg, Kenya triumphed against Uganda, and now the Generals will be seeking.
Been with these guys, working with them since early November. They're very ready. And the thing was, last game they were ready. Very ready, and they played better than the Kenyans. The Kenyans got away with some. They got away with some, not cheating, but some mischief. And but this time we'll have more refs in Nairobi, and I'm very confident in this team. They've studied hard, they've trained hard. We will be ready for the Kenyan White Rhinos.
Hey Billy, just while I'm gone, before you meet up with us, can you try not to go on TV and give any sort of bulletin board material to Kenya? To be fair, he said that he didn't want to accuse him of cheating.
Yeah.
It was mischief.
Mischief. He also, that was a Super Troopers, Billy, how many times you say the word ready?
Yeah.
He's like, we're ready, we're really ready, and this time we're going to be really ready.
Like
last time we weren't ready.
When he was on the news in L.A. and he was victim blaming people for wearing nice watches.
Yeah. Billy is a one-of-a-kind mind.
Yeah.
Just
William Carter.
Nobody like William Carter. I do like the cut of William Carter's jib.
Yeah.
It might just be like his alter ego. But if anybody out there knows mischief, it's Billy. Billy is the king of mischief.
Just a nice 4-second pause on TV.
Think of a different word for cheating.
Yeah,
Think
cheating.
Of a different word
mischief.
For I'm trying not to say cheating. Yeah. So I'll say mischief.
He's like, think like Tom and Jerry. What are they up to all the time? Mischief.
Hijinks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's happening. All right, my who's bag of the week is Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
And Max said that he was going to talk about the game now.
Yeah, so Matt Patricia
might be Max's dad.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Max.
Taking over as the defensive coordinator, right?
That's correct.
Weird. Wait, PFD, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
The Eagles are 10-3, and it was maybe 2 weeks ago that I saw one of their super fans kept on tweeting out that they were the 1 seed.
They were.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Change your defensive coordinator and you're the 1 seed.
Well, their defense is stacked with talent too, right? They've
got,
pretty much
all Georgia,
their entire team.
Jalen Carter.
So they've been pretty good historically defensively. Why do you think they're making a big change right now? You think this is a good thing for a team?
Seems like a panic move.
Yeah, you could say panic move. I think Slay's not going to play, right?
Yeah.
So his first order of business was not allowing Slay to play. That I don't know. I don't want to say that's going to upset the locker room, but
panic move.
Who does Matt Patricia think he is?
Max.
I mean, no one got fired. This happens all the time in the NFL. They switch up play callers. Someone's just switching up the play calling.
Does that happen all the time to teams that had the 1 seed?
Every team had the 1 seed at one point in the year.
You know what I'm saying, Max?
Memes.
I answered the question.
Memes. Can you and Max switch seats?
Okay.
Thank you. Memes, can you make sure that you sit in that seat going forward? I want you sitting right there.
Okay.
Max, do you think that you got punished at all right now?
Punished for what?
Or just, demoted a little?
I needed... No.
We just switched up the seats. It's no big deal.
But you don't feel comfortable.
It's not a panic move.
I can tell that you're uncomfortable. in
Yeah.
that seat.
Oh, I get
We're
it.
totally fine.
What? This isn't even what would this be panicking about?
You just got demoted.
What? This isn't like a system here. There isn't like a chair 1, chair 2, chair 3.
No.
Maybe
There
think
is.
about putting in a system.
Yeah.
Chair 3.5.
Yeah.
Pug broke.
No one
Whoever's
got
sitting in the middle is the power chair.
since when?
Since the whole time. That's the power chair. We can't even see you right now, Max. You're just talking. We can't even see you.
All right, fine. I'm down to stop talking.
Matt Patricia over there.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're Sean Desai.
I would be a little bit concerned.
Yeah. You just lost a big seat.
I'm worried about beating Seattle, and you're just trying to switch up this narrative, okay?
What? It does feel like a panic move.
Yes, the defense is in panic situation. You said it yourself. Last week, what did you say? The Eagles' defense cannot win a Super Bowl.
Okay, it's fair.
So
fair.
something had to change. This changed.
How do you feel about tomorrow night? Tonight.
Really hope Jalen Hurts plays. Slay not playing.
What's wrong with Jalen Hurts?
He's sick.
He's not himself, Pift.
He hasn't been himself.
Correct. Right
for
now,
few
he's
weeks,
not
yeah.
himself.
Because I heard some talk about them benching him for Mariota, anyways.
I did too. I heard some media saying
there were rumblings.
See, now you're panicking.
No, were there not media reports?
Not real media reports. There's been fan fiction on the Twitter streets.
You sound like Hank.
Yeah, because you guys just like to put out fan fiction.
No, it was an actual report.
It was not an actual report. Show me the fucking report.
Show me the fucking report. I'm not going to show you the report. You find the report.
I don't care about this report. You're the one who cares about this report.
We can't even see you right now because you've been demoted.
I don't know what you're trying to prove here.
I think I proved my point. Also, it's like midnight, but I proved my point. I proved my point. Memes, how you feel in that chair?
Feel good. Still do my job. Doing the switcher while Max talks to you guys.
Oh, okay, nice. So what does Max even do?
In here?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Wow.
Oh no.
In this room?
Oh no.
No show.
Oh no. Okay.
It is kind of.
You really are Sean Desai.
What? Why is this? How is this come on me? I didn't fucking do anything wrong.
No, we're confused about the various media reports. Because I've heard it was a demotion, but you're saying it's not.
And I've also
it is a demotion. It's not a. I said it wasn't a firing. You guys are putting fucking words in my mouth here. I didn't do anything.
I would be concerned because isn't Matt Patricia an offensive coordinator? And now he's supposed to run the
No,
defense?
he's not an offensive coordinator.
What was his last job in the NFL?
He's a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator.
was his-
Hank Factor fucking fiction.
TFT Factor Fiction.
What was his
he
last-
did win the Super Bowl.
What was his last job in the NFL?
2 eras ago.
Yeah.
Defense changed a lot since then.
Well, also, Belichick was running the defense. We know that about our Bill. Right, Hank?
No, Patricia was calling plays.
Thank you.
No, Belichick was running the defense. It does feel like a panic move that you're getting an offensive coordinator to now run your defense.
That is incorrect. The defense was really bad. The defense was in a spot that could not win a Super Bowl. Who knows what's going to happen now, but it's not the same as it was the past 3 weeks, which was historically bad over a 3-week stretch.
Is this a must-win?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But now it's the whole situation of whether I say it's must-win or not must-win, it all comes back on me of looking bad.
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
Correct.
You
finally figured out what we've been doing.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
Yep. You got it. It took you a year and a half to figure out what we were doing, and you did it, Max.
Do you think there's any bad juju around the holidays for a fat guy getting rid of his sleigh?
That was hilarious.
Great question.
That was awesome.
Great.
Thanks, Jake. Very cool.
Great
He's not getting rid of his sleigh. His sleigh is hurt. His sleigh is injured. It's like Rudolph. I don't know where I was going with that.
Max, so if
Steelers fan now?
Max, if you lose tomorrow night, the season's over.
No.
You just said it was a must-win.
No,
But what happens if you
this has been my argument since
but
day
Big Cat,
one.
what happens if
why
you lose a
I wouldn't
must-win?
say must-win.
Well, if you lose a must-win, the season's over.
It's all over.
He just said it's a must-win.
Yeah, if it's a must-win, then you have to win it.
You have to win this.
You should have made this a can't lose.
It doesn't matter. It's the same fucking thing.
No, no.
You're
you
making
did a
me
must win.
I've been trying not to curse so much. You're making me curse a lot right now.
Why did your mom tell you to stop cursing?
My mom always tells. My grandma tells me to stop cursing. My
Does
mom
your grandma
tells me,
listen to the show?
No, she sees clips on Twitter though.
Your grandma's on Twitter?
My grandma is on Twitter. Correct.
What's her handle?
What's up?
I don't know.
What's
I
her
honestly have no idea.
Is she? Never mind.
There's yeah. Come on. Come
All
on.
right, hey,
Come on.
hey,
I was
take it
ju-
easy.
I was-
Take it easy.
I was just curious if she was one of the reply bots that
Shut up. Next.
ask if I'm up for some.
Lottery ball.
Jake.
My Who's Back of the Week is award-winning listener Charlie Woods.
Yeah.
Big weekend for Charlie
Huge.
playing with his dad. He had a chip in. He drove a green on a par 4. He's an absolute beast.
He is a beast. Did you see him walk in that putt?
Yep.
See him wave the drive goodbye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He hit like a I'd say 17, 18-foot putt and started walking it in
like halfway through.
halfway through.
Yeah.
Charlie's different.
He's awesome.
He's built different.
He's
Charlie,
him.
If you want more part of my take golf gear, we'll send it your way. Shoot us a DM.
I think he's better than his dad.
Duh.
I think when all's said and done, Charlie Woods is going to be the guy that completely transforms golf.
Agreed. He's gonna break the mold. All right, good show. Sorry again, everyone, for my voice. I feel like I was okay.
It actually sounds better than it did than the start of the show right now.
I talked myself into shape.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. There's like a tea that's out there. It's supposed to help your voice. I tried it, and I feel like it made it worse to start the show. All right, numbers.
40.
Numbers.
8.
71.
20.
If I get this, I get extra game.
18.
3.
Deal.
23.
Wait, but if we get this, there's one less game.
Yep.
Fine.
Deal.
If I get it, I'm on Hank's side.
Okay, love it. Thanks.
If you get it another game,
Yeah.
okay. What are your numbers?
8.
40.
71.
3.
10 for Shane.
18.
Pug, what are you?
23.
Pug.
You have to say pug.
You have to say Pug.
You have to say pug.
Pug.
There we go.
That is I am Pug.
Every time he says Pug, I laugh.
I want to see the video of Pug falling down.
Max, what's your number?
20.
95.
Year I was born. I'm Max, right?
Yeah.
And memes? Yeah. We're all 95. Pug.
95. All right,
you
good
guys.
show, boys.
Love you guys.